Welcome to Support Desk Live. My name is Ali Miriam, and I will be your support desk support for the day. Just going to go ahead and make sure that we're showing up in the Facebook group. You all can come and join us live and be in the room with us. That's always great, even if you don't want to come on camera or ask a question. A lot of our members will come in and they'll be in the room listening and working and learning and gaining a lot of important information from the other members and from the conversation. So I encourage you to come join us in the room and ask your questions. I see we have a few people in the room already. Let me find there we go, our Facebook group. And so, we are live in the Facebook group. So if you come on camera with us, just know that you will be live in the Facebook group. And then afterwards, we do take this video and we put it up on our YouTube channel as well. So you can get access to it there after the fact as well. And let's see who is with us. I can come in. I see Roger's got his hand up already. I'm going to go ahead and give you all the ability to start your videos. And I am going to give you the power to unmute yourselves. Please use it wisely so I don't have to take it away. Okay. Hello, Roger. How are you today?
Very well, thanks. Let me just get my act together. Have I got my act together? Can
Yeah. We're always in the process of getting our act together. What can I say?
Anyway, look, thanks for taking the call.
Thank you.
I've got two quick questions, if I may, concerning
Mhm,
automations on
mhm.
live webinars. Now, I've
Okay.
made it my business to get my act together on these. So I've studied and studied and studied everything. So I'm almost there. But here's the keep the jury out until you've heard my
Yes.
question. might prove to be a dunderhead after all. No, what I'm doing is my long form um, what, my long form lead lead what is it, lead magnet, sorry, lead.
Lead magnet.
I'm determined to get the terms right. I'm learning all this
Yeah.
stuff. My long form lead magnet is a 3/4 of an hour free training video concerning the stuff I do, which
Okay.
leads to a bundled offer at the end of it. Right now, I'm trying to do these on a 2 weekly basis, and it's working quite well, and I'm using a really fantastic live webinar, non-interactive. So all I've really got to do is set it all up, and I've watched David's videos on racing past the competition using Zoom. So I've looked at all that. That's all working really well. And then basically I just switch on my video and Bob's your jolly old, and then I can answer questions in the chat. Now, here's the thing. I've set up the automations now, and there's two automations that you've got on those lives. One is after somebody's registered, and the other is essentially before the actual event, isn't it? So you can remind people that I've got that right, haven't I? I've set that up. Now, here's the question. What I wanted to do was set up an automation a certain time after the event itself. So picture the situation. People have gone on the event, and then I need a follow-up email. Now, at the
Yes, you
moment,
can do that.
yeah, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm putting it using the on option, where you
Yes.
actually have to put in the date and time. So if you want it sort of at 9 o'clock the day after, that's what you put in, isn't it? Is there, but the option in the second item, which concerns the sort of what you do, what you normally use for reminding people before the event. What it's got an option there after, and the after, if I've understood it correctly, is after registration, not after the event. Am I making sense to you?
Yeah, here, let me go. I'll go ahead and share my screen. I'll pull it up.
Yeah,
Let me
please.
let me see if I have it because I do know
And
what
I
you're talking about.
and
You
I've and
can't.
I've got mine already if you need it as well. But let's better if you look at yours. Yeah,
Yeah, because I can pull up some stuff here. Because so what is it while I'm pulling it up? What is the actual, what is it that you want? You want to send a reminder sometime after the event has ended to follow up with them.
absolutely.
And you've done that, you've set that up already with the on option and the date and time. That's how
Yeah,
you have it currently set up.
yeah.
Okay.
So
And do
so
you want,
the reason for questioning it is that
okay.
if it was done after a certain time after the event,
Mhm.
it would be fully automated because you wouldn't have to keep going back and revisiting it. You could clone the event. They're single events, by the way. So
Right.
they clone the event, and then it's all done for you. And that time after the event that the email would go out is already set up. Do you follow me? Whereas at the
Yes,
moment,
I
I'm
do. I
I'm having to
do.
go in and do it manually.
Yes. So, yeah, when you set the event up, if you're setting the event up on a very specific date and time, so you know this is when it's going to run, so then you automatically know the day after that is XYZ date if you're running it live. So you will have to use the calendar date to do that, right? But here's the thing, if you have your webinar set up and you're cloning those, all of your automations should clone with it. The only thing you have to do with the new setup is just change the dates and then you're good to go. That automation is still automated. You don't have to go in after the event. When you set up the event, you're able to schedule what that date is. Now, if you're trying to just use an evergreen webinar funnel where it's automated and you're not even live anymore, you're just redoing it, then that becomes there's a different workflow for that. So let's look here. Is that what you'd like to do long term? You don't want to run it live anymore, Roger? You want to
No,
automate the entire thing?
no, not I wouldn't, Ali, but it's a good challenge on your part. No, I wouldn't need to do that, and the reason is that I would always be on the webinars,
Okay.
ready to take questions in the chat. That's how I do
Okay.
it. And then when I get a bit more courage, I'll be doing interactive lives and all the rest of it. But at the moment,
Okay.
they're closed down lives, so I'm just interacting with the chat now. So I am now crystal clear on that, and I really appreciate it. If you did a recurring event, which would be the closest you'd get to what you've just mentioned, kind of you'd do a recurring event, let's say, for the sake of argument, every month, Ali, right?
Yes.
My original theory was that that would just keep going, and each month it would be set up. People
Yes,
could
it's
come in,
recurring. So
but
anybody who registers, so there's a couple of settings with the recurring that you want to be aware of, right? With the recurring ones, you can send that to new registrants only,
oh, right,
right? Like
right.
so, or like let's see.
That's what I'd want to do, Ellie. Ali.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
exactly what I'd want to do, so
I
that the people who've
think that
seen it wouldn't. Yeah.
yeah, wouldn't get the reminder if they've already attended. But see, that's the thing is if somebody, I don't know, we got to test it out. Because um because if somebody, so for example, it's a free webinar, right? So
Mm.
if you are doing a free webinar, I register for free webinars and then I forget to attend, right? Because I'm busy or something happened. So I might want to attend the next one when it's there. You know what I mean? But if I've already registered, so you want to make sure that people who still want to get it.
Okay,
And
so I
there's some
want I want new registrants and existing registrants so that they've got the opportunity as well if they want to see it again or
right.
they
So
missed
like
it.
there's some
Yeah.
yeah, like filters.
Hmm.
Um um let's see.
Yeah, I was looking at the filters. I haven't used the
um,
filters, but I've watched the videos on them. They're really detailed, aren't they? You can really narrow it down.
Yes, because that's what I'm saying. Like, what you'll want to do maybe is send an email, a follow-up email, and
Yeah.
filter by people who did not open the other webinar emails. If they never opened the emails, if they didn't click and get into the webinar, if they didn't attend it, then you want to send them an invite to the next one. Does
Yeah,
that make
got you.
sense? So that
Absolutely,
way, but
totally. Yeah.
only to the people that didn't attend, right?
Yeah.
The people
Yeah.
who did attend,
Ah,
those are the people that are going to get that follow-up email, right?
okay, crystal clear.
Yes. So let's see, webinar late, and let's see, we'll do this as a recurring session.
Yeah.
And you're doing it, what, twice monthly?
Twice monthly, yeah. But yeah, twice monthly.
Let's see, repeat. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. Monthly recur. I don't know.
Monthly will be fine for the
Yeah, yeah,
for
just
the
for
for the
this.
for
And
the
we'll
for the
just
for the testy poos. Yeah.
yeah. Just do that. Registrants. This is in one-to-one booking, not webinar, so let's just make sure we're aware of that.
Yeah.
Zenler's
This.
in.
So it would be exactly the same logic for live, would it? Live webinars. Would it
Yeah,
be?
I mean the
Yeah.
scheduling part of it is going to be the same.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah, all of that. You want it public because
Public,
this
yeah.
is lead. And are you
Yeah.
recording? Yeah.
Done most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then just finish that.
Yeah.
Let it get there. Okay, so now this is recurring. So we've got the
Yeah.
automation. So let's see.
So that would be on register. Yeah.
So
Naught
on
days.
register,
Yeah. Got that.
you automatically want them to get that one.
Yeah. Most
Now this
definitely.
is the reminder sequence before scheduled time. So that's the 1 hour reminder. And let's
Yeah. And if I could just point you to where is it? Oh yeah,
right
can you
here.
see you've got this under delay, yeah? You've got three options there, Ali.
Yeah.
Tell me if
Yep.
I'm being stupid here. You've got after, on, and before. Now, if you put before scheduled time, clearly that's a given number of hours or days before the actual event. The crystal clear. The on is on a specific date, so there's no ambiguity about that. But if you click on after, the after, yeah, it goes after from registration.
Right.
And that's the one that caught me out because that's exactly the same as the first of those two emails, which is sent out after a certain period after registration. So it's kind of duplicated the first one, but that doesn't give you the option of sending out an email after the event. Now, if you're doing a recurring event, which is what I'd be doing, I would want the same email to go. I might want to filter it differently, but essentially the email would go out a certain time after each recurring event, if you follow me, as a follow-up.
Right. But that's after the event. So
That's after the event, yeah, not
right
after
after, so
registration.
after this is after, and like it says, from registration. So
Yeah,
0 days, 0 hours, 0 weeks, or
Yeah,
10 weeks, or whatever. Now, the one thing I would have to figure out, because it's still after registration, they could register today and the event is tomorrow. Do you
that's
understand?
exactly right. That's
So,
exactly what I
so
came up
10
with when I
days,
thought it through.
10 days after registration, I'm not sure anything goes out. I don't think the after isn't going to send it out after the event. Okay.
No,
That's what, that's just to give you, um, uh everybody comes in at zero, you know what I mean? After as registration, but they could be coming in on registration the same day of the event as well. So I wouldn't this I only use for triggering the instant you're registered success kind of message so they know that they're in,
understood.
you know,
Crystal
and
clear.
then after that, then you can choose dates and times. Now, um, you can choose the day after the event, and once that's set up and in here, you have your reminder sequences, and then you have your follow-up, right? So I would leave the reminders. I would go ahead and whatever, save. I'm gonna clone one of these,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
we're gonna call this one follow-up.
Yeah. Got you.
So that you know which one it is, okay?
Crystal clear.
So now that's follow up. So now we want to do the follow up on a specific date and time. So I don't know what day we set this for, but we'll set it for like if the event is going to be run on usually it's Sunday, we'll follow up on Monday, or unless you want to follow up, it doesn't matter. You can follow up at any time. So that's the follow-up email.
Yeah. So my question then, and again, you have to don't be polite if I'm making a meal out of this, just say so. But if this is a recurring webinar, and I filtered it so that people who didn't attend previous ones will be reminded, and people who are new registrants get reminded. So let's say we've got a combination of people who've missed the first one, but they've and new registrants who are coming on the second one as well. So
Yep.
we've captured them, Ali, right? So
Yep.
then we have that event, and uh, we know when that event's taking place. So we've used that on delay on to
Hmm.
say what we're going to put in the follow-up email. Now, here's the thing. If this is a recurring event and we've said it recurs every month for the sake of argument, it means you've got to go in after each uh,
No. Mm-mm.
to
No.
set the date
No.
that the
No.
follow-up email. Right. Okay.
No. Mm-mm. Nope.
I'll
Nope.
be quiet and listen.
Yep. Here we go. So there's a couple of different layers that we're working on when we're doing a recurring. Okay. So the first layer, you can see this first email automation, right? This is the on before I put this as, or no, I'm sorry, here. Register. Okay, so that's the one that's triggering right away. For
Got you.
everyone who registers the first time, they're getting this email. Okay.
Got that.
Now, there's a reminder sequence. Okay. Because we've set this up as a recurring session, there's an option here that says apply for all occurrences.
Got you.
Okay, so what that means is everybody who's registered for this webinar, if you check this box, everyone who's ever registered for all occurrences of this webinar will get the 1 hour reminder or the 1 day reminder, right? That's what you're doing. Now, in order for this not to be a nightmare for you and for the people who have already attended, that's where you're going to come down here and you're going to add filters to your sequence, okay? So once you set it for all occurrences, it's automatically going to run and filter for you, okay? You will not have to do that. So you're going to add a filter, and let me move this out of the way. And in the filter group, we're going to say that they did not attend. In this case, I have it set up as a booking, but but for you, if you've got it in webinar, do you see this?
Yeah, I do. This is,
Attended. So now
yeah.
you're going to put in for the reminder, you're going to put in not attended.
Oh, that's
Okay.
so cool. Yeah, yeah,
Right. So
got
if
you.
they did not attend, and then you select the name of the webinar, okay, the one that you're set up for recurring, okay? And then that way, now you're going to save that. So now the reminders will go out to people who have not attended, okay? If they've attended a webinar, they're not going to receive that reminder. They'll
Great.
con they'll continue to receive it until they attend.
But the follow-up email, and this is great. This is really great, Ali. Thanks for this. But the
Mhm.
follow-up email, the only way after the event, the only way you can make that work is that you would have to go in and use the on option to say a specific date for that to go out.
Right. Well, just like in order to have a webinar, you have to go in and you have to schedule the date of the webinar, right? You have to go in and manually do that. It doesn't just happen through osmosis of you thinking about it, right? You have to go in and click the button and say schedule for this date and time. Ahead of time, you are doing the same thing for this. You don't have to do it
Yeah.
the day of or the day after. You preset this like right now for next month. Now, even um on the follow-up one, you can also add filters for if they've received the follow-up email before or not. I don't know. You have
Okay.
filter
Okay.
options, okay?
Yeah.
So now you're just gonna save this email. It's scheduled on its date and time.
Yeah. Got you.
So now now you have that one scheduled for that day, okay? And you're gonna wanna, let's see, you can add after each either after the webinar or you can preset ahead of time, right? If you clone this email again, follow up two,
Yeah.
right?
Got you.
So now we're cloning it ahead of time, and we know that the next email isn't on the 11th, where it's the following week or in 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
We've
Yeah.
preset it for that date and time, and then we've gone down
Oh,
here
I
and we've
got
saved
you.
it. Okay. So now,
Yeah.
and it's turned on. So now you're just pre-scheduling it and then the automation runs itself. Yes, any automation you have set up, you're going to want to check in on and make sure it's working properly from time to time. But the main mental load of that can be taken off of your plate if you just come in here and pre-schedule everything for, say, for the first month, or maybe you want to do it for the first 6 months. However,
Yeah.
whatever works for you to make it less friction for you,
Yeah.
whatever that looks like.
So if you did it for the first 6 months, you'd have six of those clones set up on specific
Correct,
dates.
with those
Oh, that's
specific
great.
dates.
No,
Yeah.
crystal clear. That is so helpful, Ali. So helpful. Yeah,
Good, good, good.
I would never have figured that out. It's embarrassing to admit, but without your help, I would not have figured that.
Oh, you know what? This is not one of those things that this is not it's not one of those things where it's something that people should just automatically understand if they've never done it before, right? Like And not only that, but we talk about it in here all the time. The words that we use as natural language and the words the platform uses for things can be very confused. It's like, wait, what does that mean? Like the after registration and on
Mm,
all of those things. And if you're using a different platform, they might use those words, but they mean
yeah,
different.
yeah,
You know
that's
what I
right.
mean? So it is naturally confusing for everyone, which is why this educational support desk is so important because that way, human to human, we can sit down together and be like, wait, what does that mean? And figure it
Yeah.
out together and be like, okay, now we know this part. Now we can feel good about, okay, we get that part.
No, that's super helpful. I hope it's been helpful to other people that one because I've rather hogged the show. Look, really appreciate it. Thanks ever so
Thank
much. So,
you.
so I shut myself off now so I don't disturb you.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
just unmute or mute yourself and then the next
yeah.
person
Okay. Many
can come
thanks.
on. You're very welcome, Roger. Thank you. All right, who else do we have? I see Judy and Sarah and Lorelai and Casey are here. It's lovely to see all of my friends. What are y'all working on today? Judy, I see you.
Um, so I might be asking a question that we answered before, but I don't know.
That's all right.
So, when I clone a class, and I'm always using the wrong word. When I clone a course you call them courses, right?
Yep, it's a course because it has a cart, there's a checkout.
Okay, when I clone a course that I make a private course for each person that mentors with me.
Yep.
So I always clone the most recent one, which has the least amount of stuff that I have to delete. And it has all the basic files that every person gets, and I only have to delete one or two things. So when I clone a course and I go into that first page to add the new information, I have found that you have to, even though I have it secret, you have to publish it before you start changing that data on that very first course information page, because when you hit update, if you haven't published it, it defaults back to the other course. Yeah. So what I do is I go on and it'll say Jan Smith, right? It'll say Jan Smith copy. Okay.
Yep.
And so I have it's already said it's secret because hers was secret. Okay. And then if I were to change it to John Doe mentoring, and I copy and paste that into the URL so that it's the right URL, and I hit update, if I hit publish, it goes back to Jan Smith. So I've gotten in the habit of hitting publish first, then changing all my copy, and then I seem to be okay.
Are you saving it before you hit publish? Are you
Yeah,
updating
that's
first?
what I
Are
was
you
trying to
sure?
do. That's
Like,
what I was
let me
trying to
hear.
do, and it doesn't like that.
Let me
And I
see.
don't know if you're going to be able to
Because that
duplicate.
is weird. I know sometimes weird things happen.
Well, it's been happening for 2 years, and I'm just used to it now. But
Okay, so it every time. So when you clone a course, right?
so the dot dot dot. Yep.
You come here, clone. Okay, so
So this one says in the room, copy, copy. So
um,
like,
right, because it was a copy of a copy, but
oh, so
because I didn't do.
you're changing the course URL first.
Yes, that's the first thing you should do.
Oh, then I'm just doing it wrong. So I'm supposed to put the new person's name in there.
Clone name new. Yes. Cloned name new. Change the link right away, then click update. Now, whether it's not published, it's not anything, but when you come over here, all the link names are the right names.
Okay,
Do you see
then
what
I'm
I
just doing
mean?
it. I was doing it in the wrong order.
Yep. I was going to say it's yes, always change when you clone anything. The first thing you do is change the link. You can change the link name and the actual name on the details page at the same time, put the title and the thing and then click update. That's the first thing you do. Then it's all your new words and language. Then you can go in and do whatever, and it doesn't have to be published.
Okay. And then the other thing I've been discovering the last month or so is under the course card, when I click on it to give it the new course card, yeah, and I grab my artwork, it comes back into this scene and then it pauses and then it goes back out again to wherever I went for the artwork and I have to click on it a second time.
Are you clicking remove?
No, I'm clicking change.
You're just clicking change.
Yeah, I mean it's annoying, but I have just been clicking twice. So yeah, so I do that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. See, right here, it doesn't do that. It goes back out to where the artwork was. And I click on it a second time and then it loads it. And it might be that my files are bigger. It might be my
Yeah, it could be that it's that, but
or
if
my
that's happening, I would do a screen record of that happening and then send it to support. Like I know, like, because a lot of times, here, a lot of times what's happening is that there's these little glitches that are annoying as heck. And we submit messages to support@zenler.com and maybe we don't say it the right way. We go back and forth with the support like 5 times and then we're like, forget it. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't care. Like, because I just got to do this, right? I just deal with it. I'll just deal with it. So now nobody's sending these messages to support because they're just dealing with it.
right,
But if you screenshot it and send it, and they have hundreds of users saying, no, this keeps glitching out on me, then they're going to be forced to fix it. But if people aren't complaining, they have so much stuff to work on the
right,
back end. They're not going to fix that little thing that seems simple enough to fix because nobody's complaining about it. They're tolerating it. You're dealing with the friction and they love that. Just deal with it. We're working on this other stuff. But if we as a whole say, no, this is too much. I'm sick of losing my posts in community because it refreshes and does some weird thing and I lose all of my content and have to reformat it. I'm sick of this glitch. I'm sick of that glitch. I really am telling you the best thing you can do for yourself and for the rest of the community when little glitches like that happen, support at
okay,
zenler.com. Email them. It's a it's especially if it's a friction point that you're dealing with every day. Every time you create a course, every time you do this thing, if that's happening every time, that's just a friction in your workflow that you're dealing with every day. If it's something that you randomly deal with once in a while and you don't want to take the time to make a support ticket, I totally get it. But if it's something that's impacting you every time you log in and it's glitching this way, no, 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 no. Let's send this message to support because otherwise, they don't know. They just go, oh, that's fine. Nobody else is complaining about it. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm complaining.
the other thing I've run into is on a course, if I schedule a live and I have in the course a under add section, one of my sections is Zoom links. So I've scheduled a live and when the live is over, it's a couple days later, whatever. And now I'm scheduling a new live and I make a new, let me go to the actual verbiage of what it's called. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I go to, hang on, I just ran into this problem last night. And it was probably something I did. So inside of the curriculum, under add a section, So add a section is my Zoom links. Okay. Under that Zoom links section, I have add a lesson, and I've added a live we have the live, yay, everybody's happy, whatever. It's a week later. So now I schedule another live under that same section as a new lesson. I seem to run into problems, like it doesn't like that there's a second one in there. So I have to, basically what I've had to do is go to the cloud recordings, download the one from the previous one, archive it, upload it to the course where it is now under the section called recordings. And then I have to delete the section that says Zoom link, make a new section that says Zoom link, and now make the new Zoom link under lesson.
No, let's not do that.
I mean, I've been doing it this way now for like
I
months.
know you have, I know, but there's a better way. There's a better way for this. You are way too important to be pushing so many buttons, Judy. Come on now. Honestly, how many awards did you just win? Come on. 5 awards. I don't know if you all know, but you are in the presence of one incredible woman right here. So let's just say that. So let's make sure you don't have to push as many buttons. Judy,
I'm
come
not
on.
quite where I can hire somebody to just do all this.
I know. You will be. You will be. You will be. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now we're in the curriculum. And so these are the sections.
Right.
And so you have a section called Zoom links.
That is correct.
Okay, so let's name a section Zoom links. Zoom links. And we're gonna save this. Okay, let's move that out of my way again. Okay, so now this is Zoom links.
And then add a lesson.
And now we want to, add a lesson. And the lesson is going to be a live.
Right. Which obviously you have to kind of obviously program that first.
Right, it's set up somewhere. And
Yeah,
you
yeah.
it, and now it's in there.
And then you have to name that section or that lesson. Yeah, it doesn't it doesn't like if you leave it.
Right. So this lesson is, so how are you naming them? The lessons?
It depends on what it is. I mean, I'm juggling like a whole bunch of things right now. So like, let's say it's a course I'm running on, a 6-week course I'm running on photographing puffins. Okay. And so, and this is, so what I've gotten in the habit of doing is naming the lessons. So let's say it's, puffin Zoom 1, and I'll do the date, May 7th, 2026. I actually put the name, in the name, I put the actual date of the Zoom for my own personal sanity.
Yes, that's smart. That's the way, that's definitely, I love that that's what you're doing. That's smart. Okay, so now we've got the live in here and we've got this.
Yeah, and so now let's say I add another lesson under that Zoom. Now, obviously, this one that you just did didn't occur yet, but I'm finding it does not like a second live under that Zoom link section. And there's no way to test this because you can't actually click on it and go live, but that's where it's not letting me click on it. Like I've been running into a couple things lately when I try to click on the live from here, it doesn't want to start. So then I have to go to the calendar and click on it from there. Like it's just, again, this could be an OS thing. It could be, I mean, I have 2 GB internet, so I don't think it's my internet. But I mean, like sometimes I feel like, well, okay, today it's just acting up from this link, so I'll go to the other link. You know, like my rule is never let a computer win. So you got to figure out, you got to figure out a way to win. So that's my rule. I tell all my students that never let Photoshop win.
Right, never.
Yeah, see, it lets me do all of this, but then when I try to click on the live link, it doesn't like that there was one scheduled under the same section.
I know. I'm trying to preset it and see like what it looks like
I mean, it should
in
work, right? You know?
let's go in here and see what happens. Okay, so this is my Zoom link section.
Yep.
So now I've got 1, 2, and 3 in here. So if I go to 1, I can book my spot.
So
So
the interesting thing is when I do a day-long class and I break it into 3 parts, I do it this way and it works fine. It's when I've done one that the recording is up, meaning like the Zoom is past. It was last week, and now that Zoom link is dead. Okay. That's where the second one is giving me trouble, but I don't know. Let me tinker with
are
it.
you doing it? Okay, let me ask you this too, because are you doing, okay, because like in this lesson, right, I can add another one. Or no, not a live. I can add other content. Yeah.
Yeah, I never add multiple content under the same section.
Listen, okay.
Yeah,
So I don't know why it's doing that. I would record it. I would
yeah, I
wonder
can do that. I can record it next time it happens.
something because I'm looking at this lesson and clicking through to this lesson. You shouldn't have to delete lessons, rename shit. You should stuff. You should just be able to
Yeah,
it should just click through these. I don't.
yeah,
And maybe, I don't know, maybe it does something weird for you as the admin.
I don't know. So when I do them on the same day, when it's a day-long class and I have like I usually run a class, of course, from 11 to 12:30. Then I do from 12:30 to 1, I do a half-hour break so everybody can have lunch, whatever. And then from 1 to 2:30 is the second Zoom. And on that one, we do a 15-minute break, and then we come back at 2:45 to 4:15. So they're each an hour and a half long, which makes the editing process of the videos so much smoother because they're not broken up. Because if
Right.
it's too long, it breaks them up and it freaks me out because you have to find that second page where the other recording is, and then I'm all stressed out. So I don't like that. So yeah, so I do it that way. And the other thing while I'm thinking about it is, so if I have this class that's 11 to 12:30, okay, so if I schedule it an hour and a half long, the platform gives you an extra 15 minutes.
Correct.
Okay.
Before and after.
Okay, because I usually schedule it 11 to 12:45, knowing that it's giving me the extra 15 minutes, which puts it right up against the next live Zoom. And I've never run into a problem with that. And I just wonder too, if you end a meeting and now you have another Zoom that's starting in a few minutes, does the system accept the fact that the first one is truly over and that you're going now to the second one? And is this too complicated for this purpose of this?
No, it should automatically, yeah. We have
Okay.
listen, we have some folks, right, that use um Zenler as a school. They have
Oh, wow.
multiple instructors running multiple live sessions on multiple days and times, and like their calendars look insane with lives, and
Okay.
they run that without a problem for
Okay.
sure.
Then it's me. It's fine. I'm doing something goofy. I'll figure it out.
It's, yeah, like I said, record your process when you're setting it up and going through it. Um, and then yeah, maybe sometime you and I can just hop on a Zoom and look at it, or you can send me it and I can kind of look at it and see, what is going on. Because it shouldn't be, it should
Well,
just go to the next lesson.
and sometimes, and I know you can appreciate this, sometimes because of my memory issues, I sit
Mm.
here staring at it and I'm like, I just did this yesterday and I can't remember how to do it. And I'm like,
Yes.
oh my God, like what is wrong with me? And then I get so mad.
Mhm.
It's, and then I'm like, okay, let me figure this out. I can do this. And then I figure it
Yeah.
out.
Exactly. I do it too. I do it every single week. I am on this live and I go, okay, I have to stream this to Facebook. How do I do this again? What thing do I click? Where is that? I do it every week. And yeah, sometimes I'm like, wait, what's what's a stream key? Or wait,
Well, and then
event.
Facebook could change it every week too.
Yes, well, see, that's the thing. I'm starting to remember it's taken me a very long time, but event URL and page URL are the same thing.
Oh, well.
Zoom calls it event URL and Facebook calls it page URL. I don't know. It took me a long time. I would have to go through. It took me the whole 15 minutes just to get the stream set up because
You
I
know,
couldn't remember how to do it.
it'd be kind of cool to actually have a mini little demo on how to do that, because I mean, maybe other people might want to do that on Facebook. I'd love to do it on Facebook, and I have no idea how to do it for my business.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I want to start doing some community lives in the community that are not streamed to Facebook or YouTube. They're just for us in the
But
community.
the problem is they're blurry.
Yeah.
They're really blurry. It's like 2006.
Yeah, I don't know what that's a
I mean,
good thing to
my,
send support. Like, why
yeah,
is
I
the
mean,
video quality here so poor?
because like I have a 4K camera and I have a good, oh, I'm not even using my microphone. I have a good microphone. And so my Zooms that I'm teaching on are beautiful quality. Like you can see me right now. My quality of my video
Yeah.
is really good. When I go on the community, it is pixelated. It's like the iPhone 3. I mean, I don't even think the iPhone 3 had a video camera, but whatever it is,
No.
it's like it's
iPhone
so
6.
okay. It's so low res. And I'm like, well, I can't demonstrate anything in Photoshop. Nobody will see any of the menus.
They
And
won't
I
even
hate
see
to,
the detail.
yeah, I hate to complain, but
No, for your type of work in
yeah,
photography and imaging and video, it's incredibly important that it be clear.
yeah.
That's definitely something I would send to support because the regular Zoom, there's got to be something happening in the back end with the connection into community because it's still Zoom. It's still,
Well,
you
yeah,
know
you're
what I mean? So,
scheduling it. You're actually
right.
scheduling it.
So something is messing with the video quality. They might have it set specifically for low res because
They're
I don't know.
testing it still. Maybe they're still setting it up or
Yeah, I don't know. But I would definitely, because it is for you specifically, you need that. If you're just having a Zoom meeting where it's a group of people chit-chatting, it's not important necessarily that you have the right video quality. And if, and right now you have the ability to have the video quality if you do a regular booking or class or whatever. But to do a live stream in the community to demo, for you, the only thing I would use the live streaming in the community for would just be like to pop on and be like, hey, you know, this is going on or that's going like something that you're informing them of, to talk, but not to demo anything because the video quality just that's not going to work for you.
so last question. I don't see any hands up. So last question.
Mhm.
I have a pro plan. So I have the, I guess it's $67 a month or something. And I pay annually.
Yeah.
Um where do you go? I'm looking at my current plan. It says pro. Where do I go to see how many lives I can do a month?
That is on your main account. I don't know
Yep.
how many sites you have.
I only
You're
have
gonna
one.
go
One
uh
site, one site, one site. So
one site. Okay. So let me look at mine and see where it's under your account admin somewhere. Let's see.
yeah, I'm in billing and then there's stats.
Admin
Oh,
for
here. Email credits. Well, that's easy. Yeah,
site
plenty.
and then down to wait.
Oh, I found it. Okay.
On
Under stats.
yeah, there's something under your account somewhere. Oh, mine
It's
doesn't.
under stats, which is right under billing. Okay. So
In my account. Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
stats.
Yeah, it's under
Yep.
stats. Okay. So you get 100, I guess, a month. Yeah.
Yeah, max regular live sessions, you get 300
100. I get 100.
extended live to oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not on the pro plan. But so yeah. And then it
So,
tells you in the little bits tells you 18 of this many. Eight of it tells you the number you've already reached, your usage as well. Do you see
so
that?
yeah, yes. So for people that have a pro account where it says regular live sessions max 100, um, I would recommend personally, I would recommend breaking those up so that you're not using those 2 hour ones because you only get 25, or the 4 hour ones where you only get 10. Um,
Yeah, I the max on there when you're scheduling where it's in the regular section is the 145 or 2 out, whatever it is, or 1 hour and 30 minutes, I think is the top regular session. Is that what it is? I think. Let's see. Um, when you're scheduling how long it is, 2 hour. Yeah, 1 hour and 30 minutes is considered the normal session. An
okay.
extended session starts at 1 hour and 45 minutes. Now, if you're scheduling a session, you do have a 15-minute buffer. So if you're doing like an hour session and a 30-minute Q&A, then you still have a 15-minute buffer before you end your session. And as long as I'm doing normal sessions, the thing that I like about when you're scheduling a session, it doesn't say on the registration, this session is scheduled for 1 hour and 30 minutes. It doesn't tell people that. They don't know how long it's scheduled for, right? Only I do. So even if it's a 30-minute session, whatever, I just default to always doing the maximum on that one. It's just so I save myself the stress of running over and having it end in the middle of me talking
Yep.
because I've done that.
Me too. Yep.
So I just say, because it doesn't matter, it's not taking any more time. Even if the session's only 15 minutes, it doesn't hurt my numbers. It doesn't do anything because they're
Okay.
all fit within that. You get that many. The only ones where it does matter is when you're moving into the 2 and 3 and 4 hours, those extended and super extended, those are a lot more limited. So those ones you want to be more aware of how you're using them
I just
for
want to
sure.
add to that that if you scheduled for an hour, 2 hour, or uh, you can, even while you're live, you can go to the dashboard and update it to more time.
Oh, you can?
Yes. Because it's happened to me that I've scheduled a 30-minute meeting
Yeah.
and oops, I need more time. It's the 15-minute buffer is, so I go in and I up,
Yeah.
and you have to remember to update and make sure it updates
Update. Yeah. Change the time, click update.
Even
And
even
I've done
while
it
you're live.
even while you're
while you're live in the session. I've done it as well, and it does work. Yes.
Because
And if by any chance you forget and you're in the middle and it disappears, go immediately to your dashboard, try to update it and go back in. Hopefully people will think, "Oh, there was a glitch, something happened," and they'll try to come in.
that's a
So
lot of pressure, though.
I know. It's like, oh, I've been through all the worst case scenarios,
Oh my gosh.
but it sometimes it works, but you got to do it in, like, quickly. And then
Okay.
other times I've tried it, it was too late, and then the link was dead. So,
Okay.
so just know that because it happened. Just wanted to share that.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Lorelai. That is one of the ways that you can update, which is another reason why I don't use sorry, I've got to plug my computer in before it dies. Always. But yeah, so I would definitely test that out every now and again. It can be a little bit too overwhelming for some people. on the fly to be updating their lives that might be too stressful. And if it is too stressful, then don't do that. Set it for what you feel comfortable with from the get-go.
Yes, always do what you think, but sometimes, then it becomes, if you're doing a workshop and then it's done and then people start like a Q&A and it goes a little further that you didn't
Yeah.
expect. But I always pick,
Update it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you say, Judy, is that I pick kind of like how you're going to structure,
Yeah.
use the most, and I just envision I'm going to use the max, which are the 4 hours, even though I'll use the two,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
planning out is so important because that removes the headache of, do I have enough hours? Am I going to run out of the points? So
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank you, Lorelai. And hi, I see we have Florence and Maggie. And Florence, I see you have your hand up and you said you're new at this. Welcome. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, yes, I'm new.
Hi. Welcome.
Thank
Welcome.
you, thank you. And Swedish, so you'll have to have consideration with my trying to find the right words and so on. Do you hear?
We love finding the right words in this room, so let's do it.
So I have one easy question, and that is, I think when I'm putting my blocks or elements, there is too much spacing in between. And now I realized I can put minus and then shrink it. But
Mm-hmm.
also in one, there's an object that says add element, and it's impossible to get rid of.
Hmm. And okay. So
Can
if
I?
it's a, yeah, if you can share, if you go, you can share your screen. Absolutely.
So where do I find the
At the
share?
bottom, there's an arrow that says share.
Let's see.
There we go.
This
There we
was,
go. I see your screen.
yeah, but that was the incognito window. I was going to use this one. You're still seeing? Yes, you do.
Yes.
No, let's do it like this. It's underneath. Oh, it goes slower now.
Yeah, sometimes it is a little slow. The screen share has a little bit of a delay in it, I've found.
This one.
I'm still seeing the same screen.
Ah, you're not seeing the new one?
No, I still see the same screen.
Okay, hang in there. Let's see. Is it working now?
No, you might want to stop
No.
sharing and then reshare
Okay, sorry for this.
You
Oh,
have
that's
to
okay.
Uh,
share entire screen. You can't share window to to be able to switch.
okay.
There.
Is it working now?
Yeah, now I see what you're doing. Where is this the page?
Yes. And can you see
Okay.
this add element? I'm trying to get rid of it. It's impossible.
Add the element. Click it.
Yeah. And then
Click it. Now click over there and click on headings. Click on the word headings. Okay. Click heading 1. Now go hover over it and hold on. Highlight outside of it. See, can you highlight
outside,
outside of it?
not
Let's see. No.
not this one. Outside.
Highlight okay. So click on it. See, delete the element now. It's probably just gonna say add element again.
This here.
Yeah, I'll delete it.
It's still there.
Click on highlight the box it's in.
Mm,
there.
that
The
one.
um
And now I have, as you can see, because I wanted the lower part to come up a bit, I put minus spacing
yeah,
instead.
that's gonna like if you go up on the right
She-
hand side there where next to the save button it shows you it's got a computer screen with an arrow. Click
Yeah,
on that and click on the phone.
the phone.
The
Uh,
little phone icon
yeah,
below it, the third
you're
thing.
yeah.
Now scroll. Let me see what this looks like.
And the images are too small for phone.
To get
Uh,
to get rid of that box, Allie, she has to hover in the upper left corner.
I know. I was just trying to see what her the upper right corner of
The upper camera left. Camera left. Like if she goes back to
Okay, I'll put
computer view. Yeah, desktop. Now
so
hover.
go to the upper left corner closest to your in that box, upper left. Right
this one,
there. No,
mm,
the gray box.
the gray box, yes.
Click
But
on it. Not there. Don't click in the middle. Click on the upper left corner. It should show the garbage can. No?
yeah, I've tried a million
Oh,
times,
No, no, no.
and
It's
okay.
no.
Sorry.
that's
What
why
you
I'm asking.
click in the you've got the red box highlighted, okay? Don't
Mm.
click on the add element. Click in the whole thing up there. There you go. Click and
And
scroll a
now
little form. There you go. So click that
settings.
and sure, try it out. Let's see what that does.
I put
Okay.
in,
Get rid of the spacing altogether. Put it at 0. It's at negative 100. Just put it to
yes,
just delete that to 0. Okay. Now that's done. And now let's see. Oh, click get back into the whole box. Nope.
did it.
Nope. Nope. There you go. Okay.
Oh,
Alice,
Now,
there's a
yeah.
yeah.
box inside the red box. Can
I know.
the
That's what I'm trying.
green
The
box,
other
if she
I,
clicks the up arrow, will it move out of that red box? You know, if she clicks on the Vem or like that green box,
yeah, click on your text right there. The not the element that. Now
no,
take that, take that,
that green one, a button to the left, there should be like an arrow that goes up and down. Maybe she can move it out of the.
click into there, and click the down arrow on the thing. There you go.
There's nothing happening.
How about the up? Or
No.
or can you grab the little like to move it out
Yeah,
manually
grab the little green
on
right
the
above where you are, that, click. Now move that and drop it over your
Okay, now we're
going
in
over to
doing.
drag it
Are you
over to
sure
your
about this?
drag it over.
It
Here, let me here. Just
doesn't, but I can put in another row and drag it over there, but I'm not sure what use that will be.
getting this out of there because you've got like you created several different boxes here that don't even have the option to delete. I don't know, did you use a template? Who
Yeah.
built this?
So let's see. No, I used this and that and this one. This one I used.
Okay, pull that out and put it on top.
Oh,
Oh, nope, above. No, no, not. Oh, nope, you
above
did it
it.
again. Undo.
So why do you want it above? Just to be able
Above.
to.
I want a whole new section Just a
Okay.
whole new section, not inside of anything, just in its own spot.
So on top.
No, it's still inside of that block.
Okay. A new row and then
A block. Yeah.
yeah. I'll fix a new block. Nej, fel. Empty block. Shop.
Now pick the format. No, just get a new one.
Okay.
Don't, just get a new one.
I've had this happen to me, and I think it's just that certain templates that are pre-made, you have to use whatever elements are there, and if you delete one,
Yeah.
it's very hard to change it. So starting with a blank one, I think like Ali is doing is better.
There you go. Right there.
Okay.
Okay, now
Then
drag your
delete this
pick.
one.
Now
Delete
drag,
this one.
yeah.
Mm.
Now drag your headline. No. Now drag that
Mine-
above. Drag that
Okay.
above the little red moving arrow thing on the right. And put it on top. Nope. Just keep going. Nope. You want it to look like that line above,
Yeah, I
above.
know, but it's not.
She needs to add a new row to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Or
need
you can
one
drag the
row
green. So
above.
where you've got the red, if you come outside the red, you'll have a green box that you can drag up above it, but you can't drag the red one.
Okay, so yeah, hover and let me see if it's the right green though, because she had
Okay.
boxes. Don't do that yet. Go
Okay.
over to your headline again. Go just slightly outside of it, above it. Nope.
Down a bit, down a bit,
Down
down a
a
bit.
bit. Let's go down a bit. Move your down. Up a
You
little
see how
bit
it
more.
flicks green before it flicks red?
Yeah, go hover to get green around your headline.
Okay.
The up almost. There you go.
Right.
No, above green.
There.
Click.
Yes.
Okay, now grab the green movie thing and put it
It doesn't
above.
want. It doesn't want to go above. You see, I am pressing the
Arrow.
move, and it's above. It doesn't react.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is
Try to click arrow there on the
So a new row maybe.
The other thing, sorry to before you do that, the other thing where you go into add elements, at the very top you've got one that says manage elements. Sometimes when you look in there, you can find out exactly which one's causing the problems and get rid of it from in there.
Manage elements.
So where it says elements, where you've got your add elements, top left hand, I'm pointing at my screen like you can see
Yeah.
it. I'm looking at the camera. You've got manage elements at the very, very top there. You see where it says manage elements, just above elements, manage elements. You can click on that. And then you're probably block 3 you want to look at. So do the drop down on block 3. So click the little down arrow. Click the little
Hang
arrow
on, I'm
the
just
right-hand
gonna have to
side.
move the.
No,
You don't need to, it'll do it for you.
Yes, I
So if
know,
you
but
click where
I
it
have
says
to
block
move
3.
the Zoom meeting.
Ah, right, okay. If you click there, you see that it's got a little pointy arrow up a bit. It's probably block 3 you want. That's it. The little pointy arrow a little bit further up, tiny bit further up, down a bit.
click on the little drop down arrow
Little
on
V,
box.
that one. Click there. Click there.
So I have to see.
It's only showing one section. It might not be that one then. It is that section. And then click on the section
Section.
where it says section. And see if that drops
So
down any further.
The page goes to, it doesn't show. Maybe I can minimize the zoom.
So what about block 2 then? What is
No.
that? No. It wouldn't be that. It might be block 2 then. I don't know which block you're looking at. So if you click on where it says div, up a bit, up.
See where it says
So where
block
it says
2
div,
as the heading?
yeah, and you've got div.
There, yeah.
Div.
Yeah, so click
See
on
section,
there.
under it, div.
I'm just trying to get into that to see whether it's that block we're looking at.
Click on div. Do you
No,
see div under it?
I think it says div. I can't see. It's quite
Right
small.
there. Yeah.
Just
Is
click
that it?
there. I
Yes,
just want to see where
I've
that
clicked
highlights.
it.
Okay, so I don't know where it is. That is.
Oh,
Click on the little icon that says hide on all next to div. Do you see that? There's a little button.
hide on all.
So
No,
it's
it
not
still
that.
shows.
So it's not that.
Get rid
Okay,
of
so
that.
you can unclick it. Yeah, if
So
you click
it's.
the hide, then it'll show you what's
Okay, okay, okay.
weird
I
or
think
not.
it's. Try block 4 then. Let's have a look at block 4.
Yeah.
Now click that one, and
So
then
block
scroll
4,
down. You've
hang
got
in there,
sections.
hide.
Oh
There
yeah,
you
that's the
go.
one.
No,
Unhide.
no, that
Okay.
Yeah, that's
is
it. That's the one we're
everything.
looking at. So if you can scroll down a little bit because the pencil icon's over it and I
Sorry.
can't see. Oops.
Do you want me to enlarge the screen?
No, if you close block 2 off, so that'll bring block 4. Just close that one off. As in, click there. That's it. Right now I can see block 4. Right. So if you hover over each of those little options, it will show you. It should highlight which they are. Right. So that's your title. Oh, where you gone?
So
Just
that
hover over it. So that's your title. Then you've got text.
section, image, div,
So that's fine.
section, div, text, text. Well, I
And then what's
cannot
the bottom
see
one?
that
If you
it's not highlighting this one.
Okay, so
go up and click on click each section and do hide and see what it moves.
Okay.
And check it, uncheck it.
Yeah,
So you
I'm
can
just moving the zoom
Oh, okay.
text. It might not be that one. That was the heading.
Yeah.
That was the
That's the whole block there.
and now it's
And-
image. No, it's not div. Oh, no.
Okay, div is that block. So
Div is that block, yes.
it's that whole.
but did it get rid of the element
Check
you're trying
it.
to hide?
Check it. Check. There you go. So now you would have to move the spacing of that. Okay, so that section is the one that's got extra weird things in it.
Yes.
Dave, are you
Yes.
going to be ready to eat lunch or did you eat while you were out?
Nope, didn't eat out. Ready to eat.
Okay.
So here would be my only recommendation.
Mark or
Oh,
Cal?
Casey, can you mute?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. My recommendation would be to try to create those two next to your photograph there. Okay. You have your two little headlines and your two little bits of text. Okay. I would try to recreate those two bits and then just remove, and
Okay.
put those there without that whole section. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because once you do that, because that random thing is the thing that's given you. Now, when you preview your site, you're not seeing that.
No.
But
No.
there's a weird spacing there because
And it takes up exactly, it takes up space.
exactly.
So okay, I'll redo it.
I would just keep your block there, create another one, add the stuff in, and make sure it looks right before you delete and remove this block.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I will.
That's what I would do because you're gonna spend hours trying to remove that one little bit, and it'll be a lot less time consuming just to recreate it because I don't know why it does that.
No.
It's just a little bug,
not-
a little glitch. Too many things got added or moved or changed, and the system just said, eh.
It happens. Okay.
Yeah.
Then my second question would be, while I'm at it, you see the
Yes.
pictures they are aligned with the sort of the sides of the page. But if you look at this on a mobile phone, it would be nicer if they were. That's the feedback I got, that the picture should be like
Centered, right? You can't. It's the
and
way that you
bigger
added them.
and bigger and larger.
Right. It's the way that you added them. I don't know how
Okay.
you added. If you just have to do another sec, I don't. There's space. Like if you click on, go back to the computer version, the all version. Now click on that row of pictures so that it's highlighted. Click. Okay. Now go to the. Let's see. I wonder
Settings.
if it's that. Yeah. Yeah. Try. Let's go to this. Not those settings.
The settings.
Yeah, there you go. Spacing, remove your spacing. See that you've got spacing top and spacing there. Remove all of
Yeah,
that. Make it
it's
all zero.
because, but that's that.
I understand, but make it zero and
Yeah.
then on both, you got bottom spacing too. Make it zero, everything zero. Now save.
Have I done anything else? Oh. Hmm. Well, shit doesn't.
Now what I want you to do is I want you to click the preview button. Now what I want you to do, scroll, let me see what that section looks like there. Okay, now I want you to right click on your screen on your website there, right click and click inspect. Now on the right hand corner, on the right there's that weird website looking stuff, right? But in the left hand corner, you see like a little computer and a little phone. Click that. There you go. Now scroll. Okay, so those are still off to the side. Okay, so close that window. You can get out of there and go back to your editor. Okay, now click on it's your settings and your spacing, right? This that computer up there in the corner, that is your dynamic um settings, okay? When you are designing under that, you're designing where it's automatically going to do mobile responsiveness. Now, if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
click on that, right, and you design in mobile view, then everything will be fitted for mobile view.
yeah.
Ali, I
Yeah.
do this a lot. So if you go down and you click on that green again, on that green and go to settings, and then go to the settings and then scroll down. Just scroll, no, not settings, sorry, style. And then keep scrolling down.
I can't see.
No, okay, so where it says horizontal alignment, it's set to
Yeah.
put it right.
Yes.
Oh, center. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
one more thing that says dynamic image, but I can't remember if it was.
I'll do like this.
Yeah, it's too zoomed in. I can't see the settings.
Yeah.
Can you see now?
Yeah.
You
What did you
say,
say? Dynamic?
yeah, I know somewhere.
Image BG image position. Scroll back down. You see where it says none tab left, so that doesn't matter. Okay, because that's in the block. You're in the Okay, so now click into an individual image.
That's it.
Click into the individual image. Now go to the settings on that. And let's see, scroll.
There it is.
Alignment, image style, responsive. Click on that. Let me see what the options are. So keep responsive, alignment. Let me click on the alignment drop down.
It should be good now.
Justify,
Click,
maybe.
yep, click justify. Yeah. And now click save.
And try mobile.
Yeah, let's look and see what that does. Yeah, because it's definitely like I've done it. It's annoying. Sometimes on mobile, I want it to do XYZ and it won't. Okay, so we got, all
Just
right.
is not good. It's better to put
Okay,
it.
so go back to that first image. You can click on it. Yeah. Go back to the first one, click on that one, and just go ahead and put center.
I've just put it in the chat as well, but sometimes when I really can't get stuff to play the way I want, I will hide a block
And then
on
save.
mobile and then create a mobile version.
Okay. So you're doing a different page that shows only on mobiles.
A different block.
Not the
So
whole
when you,
page, but the blocks. So say with
right.
this
Okay.
block, I would do I would create it differently on mobile so that it would work for mobile. Where it won't play the way that I want it to, I will do that.
Yes. So if you click on it, for example, and what she's talking about when you click over there
So
on
you
the
choose
blocks,
desktop only for this one, and
no, I wouldn't do I would go, do you
It's
see
under
where,
settings, and then you can choose where you want to hide it. So I would hide it on
right.
mobile, and then on the mobile version, I'd create a different way of it, and set that to hide on desktop.
Sarah, do you see my screen?
Yeah.
So I'm
you
on.
want to click on settings rather than style. Up a bit, there you go. And then hide on. So you can
Hide on
choose to hide
mobile.
it on desktop or hide it on mobile, sorry. And then on
And
the
then,
mobile view, create a version that you want on mobile and then hide that on desktop.
brilliant.
Yes.
So when I can't get it to play, in the different ways that they're doing it now, sometimes that's just the easiest way is to create a different version for mobile.
Yeah. And the
But
mobile versions align things in a different fashion than than what your layout is. So when you add in things like padding and whatnot to make it look the way you want on desktop, essentially what that does is ruins the mobile view. So that's why hiding one view on this device and hiding and creating a separate view for the other one. And when you do that, you have the ability when you click in that block to name the block, right? To create it as a template. And that's what I would do. I would make sure that under the custom template name that you name the mobile view one mobile view
I
design.
think I've done
Okay.
that.
And that way you save that one so that when you're designing your blocks and you're going to do that mobile block, you don't have to start from scratch. You already have a template set up for the mobile view that you can add, put in the images you want because you have it the right layout. And you save that. That way you're not starting from scratch every time you create a little mobile view section.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. So I'll see if I have one more question. Now I'll redo the add elements, the columns, and I'll fix that for mobile. And then I have, I think, to you, this is a it's a beginner's question, but I'm having a problem understanding the difference between, I have set up so that when you submit to get newsletters, they get added, and the tag is newsletter, and they end up in the list of users. But when there is an opportunity to register, and I was wondering what the difference is when they
Okay.
register. Is that connected to membership or not? It's a bit, I'm in a daze.
Yeah, I know. It is. There is a lot of confusing language. You can stop sharing your screen. There we go. Okay, so there's a spot on the site that says register. Okay. And what that is it basically allows anybody to come to your site and just register as a user on your site. And so what that means is they can do things like they have a login now, okay? Which means in Zenler, you have pages where you have settings where it's for logged in users only, right? You can have that setting. And the idea behind that is to get people to register on your site. They become some sort of a lead or a whatever. It is recommended. I recommend this, and David also recommends this, removing your registration from your site. The only time I want personally anybody to create a login on my site and be marked as something is if they've got my main lead magnet thingy, right? Or they've bought a course, they're buyers, right? I don't want random people registering my site just for the heck of it, because that takes up my space in my site. I don't want that. So here, I'll share my screen. I'll show you what I mean. Because registration, you don't need.
No, I thought about that, but I couldn't understand because I'm thinking like you have an account, you have a password.
Yeah,
I'm giving you an account. Otherwise, I don't
exactly.
understand it.
Exactly. Yeah, it can be confusing. So site pages. Okay.
So in
So
fact,
now,
there's no use, sort of.
I'm on the wrong site. Okay. Demo site, not my site. Okay. So right
Ali, I
here.
think I can what do make this very short question. If there's no control in that registration, and has nothing to do with allowance, no, not allowance, I mean rights, sort of rights to courses, rights to information. And they just end up in the all in your users list without you knowing why and how they got there. So it gets quite messy.
Yes. So this is the register page, okay? When you're here, there's a dynamic block for people to create registration. So let's see. Where is it? Sign up. So login, sign up. Okay. This is what's on here. Okay. This is what's the block that's on the register page.
Yeah.
Okay. So delete it. And now no one can randomly register on your site. I put a message on this is just a demo site. There's no real stuff on here. On my personal site, I have my email and my name. And I tell people if they have questions about registering on the site to please email me, right? Because then on this page, right? This is the login page for people who have a login. When they go to this page, it don't have an account, sign up, right? So they come here and they're like, oh, I don't have an account. They click that option and it's gonna take them. I don't know what I have it set up to do, but I have it removed from, I just have it linked to some random test page I have right now. But you can have that link go anywhere you want to. So it circles back through. Because when they purchase a course, when they actually purchase a course, or when they enter one of your marketing funnels, right? That's where they're putting in their name and their email.
Yeah.
Right, to create account. And now there's an email automation that goes out, right? The first one is the double opt-in, right? You're confirming that they've signed up to get these messages and they say yes, right? They confirmed that.
Haven't
And
gotten
then
so far.
right. And then they're going to get your automations, right? They're getting your emails and that email sequence. So people who register through a funnel or come onto your site through a course will still be able to create a login, and you will still gather their email and and their um
So
name.
do they set up a login by themselves still, or am I assigning or
No, they will set up their own everything they're not gonna, when they sign up for an email, when they sign up for a marketing funnel, they're
yeah,
not creating an account, okay? They're
no,
just
no.
part of your email system now.
Perfect.
Now they're a lead, right? The only time they create an account is if they make a purchase. Now, in a course, you could still have a free course, right?
Yeah.
And if it's a free course, then those people will come in as they will register with an account and they will be students, right? They
Okay.
will be tagged students with accounts in the system, even if it's on a free course,
Yeah.
right?
So it's when they join in the course, they set up the account.
Correct.
Okay. Then I get
And
it.
they
So
get it.
it's
And then they have a login. As long as you go ahead and you remove that registration block,
yeah,
right, from that register page,
yeah,
then nobody will be able to create random logins on your site. The only people that can create a login then become people who register for a course,
yeah.
whether it's
Okay.
free or paid. And then everybody else you get on your system when you go to the people section,
Yeah,
everybody else, if they're not a student in a course, then they'll be a lead. They put their name and email in for a marketing thing.
yeah. Or fill in my pop-up. Then
Right,
yeah.
exactly. They filled in a pop-up or they've done that, but they're not creating a registration
Yeah.
for your site.
Perfect. Thank you. Then I don't have any more questions for the moment. Thanks a lot.
You're very welcome. Thank you for joining us today. It's great to talk to you. And also I will say, I don't know if you are there, but
If I'm here, no?
I'm showing it on the screen. I'm going to put the link in the chat. This is the Zenler site community. Okay. So I have every week when we run support desk right here, there's a support desk digest, just the top questions that were asked during support desk, and links to any resources or things that we have as well. So you can go check those out
So
if you need.
sorry to interrupt you, Ali. I only found this due to looking at the Facebook group, but you are in a different, you are
Yes, the
somewhere else.
Facebook. I'm not I do pin I do create the event on in our Facebook group, but I don't go, I'm not on Facebook like that. If you have questions, you can certainly go into the Facebook group. There are other people from the team that monitor the Facebook group to answer questions and things like that. Plus, other members of the Zenler Facebook group will also do that. But this is the Zenler tutorial site community. So you can come in here and ask questions. I'm the community manager, so I'll be the one answering your questions in this
So where
group.
do I find that?
I just put the link in the chat. It's
Okay,
our
I can see that.
it's our tutorial site. So if you've been
Okay.
to our tutorials.newzenler.com,
Okay, that page. Oh my God.
okay, so this is the Zenler website, right? And right here at the top, it says Zenler Community. And when you click that, that's where it's going to take you, is right into the Zenler Community. Although I wish it didn't take you to feed, it should take you right to the main thing. And I thought it did before. And I hated this.
Okay.
But so anyway, come in here.
Yeah, perfect.
We're putting content in here and monitoring it right there. And I'm going to be doing some lives into the community. Judy and I were talking about that a little bit ago. About doing community lives in Zenler. And you also have access as a Zenler user. You can set up your own community on your site. That's something we've been talking a lot about, community and growing and building a community. Actually, Deborah was just in here asking questions about social media and about growing her community as well. So those are things that we've been talking about here. And you can learn a lot about building your own community on your own Zenler site, if you would like to. And if you noticed here, maybe.
Well, I've been struggling and having quite extensive dialogues with the AI. Finn.
Listen,
Finn is not on my team. So Finn has very creative ideas that doesn't work in the end.
Exactly. Listen, we are big fans of using AI to help you. As a matter of fact, I am going to where I found
I've been doing a lot of training on this, but it's very hard to find your way back.
yes, I recommend bookmarking things for sure if they're useful. Absolutely. We are in May on the 27th of this month, we are hosting an AI summit. And it's pretty exciting. We have our keynote speaker that we've been able to grab here is Neil Patel. Like, come on, y'all. This is going to be an incredible summit. And all of the different talks and all of the different speakers that are going to be on for the summit, these talks are going to be very specific, like copywriting, right? Marketing, how to use AI in customer service, right? Like all of these different types of things that impact you as a creator who has a business. And you're going to receive some very specific trainings on very specific tools that are just going to help you scale what you're doing. Because, I mentioned earlier how what incredible human being we have right here in Judy, who's won all these awards and doing all these incredible things. And yet she is still in her business pushing these buttons all the time on these repetitive things where she's the asset, right? You as the creator are the asset, right? So let's let an automation push buttons for you because we need your brain, we need your presence, we need you being able to show up and connect with your audience. And that is a lot of what this summit and all of the trainings are really there to help you do is figure out the repeatable automated things AI can help you with so that you can show up more fully in your business as yourself and not the button pusher, right? So
Ali,
I highly recommend it.
I must say thank you a million times, and I'm off for a concert. In fact.
Oh, well, have fun.
So I'm gonna have to split now. But thanks a lot. Now I know what to do next. So thanks a lot,
Yes.
and have a nice, I guess it's day, not evening for you.
Yes, it is afternoon for me right now. So thank you so much.
Mm. Bye.
Bye. So yeah, so we've got the AI Summit coming up, y'all. Have y'all registered for it yet? Are you registered? Obviously, if you've got a schedule, you know, in true Zenler fashion, there will be replays available. I've heard it through the grapevine from David that they will be available for a limited time, right? So get registered, get the reminders. It's May 27th. You've got a couple of weeks to prepare for this and find time in your schedule either to be live or to watch the replays. Once the talks are up and you know exactly what the topics are, go through the topics and mark down the ones, make a list of the ones that you know this is actually what I need. I need to know this right now. And that way you know what your priorities are because we don't all have, you know, 24 hours every day to just watch trainings, right? We have lives. We have to feed ourselves and, you know, run errands and, you know, go to the doctor and, you know, got the kids' soccer tournament and whatnot. So, you know, you make the priorities around what you need, not around what we tell you, right? So mark your most important priorities for learning when it comes to the AI and creator businesses, and then make sure those are the ones you watch first, okay? That's my recommendation. Hi, Maggie. I finally think you got into the community. I saw you come in and ask for
Yeah,
Oh,
I
great.
was going to mention that multiple times I've tried to get in and it acts like it doesn't know that I've already registered. So hopefully, because it makes me register each time. So, but if you saw,
You might be creating new logins or you might be, I don't know.
okay,
It's
all right,
sometimes like even in the app, right? I go on and it'll say sign in. And I'm like, I am signed in.
yeah.
And then I have to go out and close the app and open it back up. And then I'm signed in again. And I'm like, okay. So it
Well,
does do weird things. I
I've
don't
not
know.
tried on my phone, but on my computer, but I'll try it.
Okay.
I have a question about, I binged on half of David's tips that he did in March. And I got to the ones where he's talking about email and doing a template, the same with blogs. And I'm trying to put a registration on my template so that each time I do my blog, it automatically at the bottom has a place for them to sign up for my weekly newsletter.
Yeah.
And I've been playing around and I'm trying to figure out how to go into the editor so that I could add that block to a template. And I tried different things.
Okay, here, let me share my screen. I can show you that.
Okay.
Sometimes with the blog, it gets confusing because you edit the blog in a different place than you edit other pages, you know? So I understand the confusion there.
Okay.
Okay, so
Because I guess I want that registration both places, the blog as well as the newsletter on the broadcast, so that if somebody finds the blog just because of SEO,
Right.
So,
Right. So when you want to do anything with the blog, okay,
mhm,
you come to the blog section on the on your navigation, which is on the left panel,
right.
okay? And
Mhm.
then over to the right, you have settings. When you click on settings there, now this is your blog. This is you've got some SEO stuff happening here. You want to make sure you have the right blog title, all of that stuff. You've got your SEO settings, social share image. You want to make sure your blog is set up for the proper SEO. Now,
Okay.
this is your blog homepage, okay? So that is this page on your site. It's the site where all the blog posts are listed, right?
Right.
And so on that page, if you wanted to, on the main homepage at the very top of the blog homepage, you can put a block in here that says subscribe, and you have the name and email thing right here at the very top of the main blog page. Okay, so you can do that.
Okay, I like that idea.
Yeah, and you do that by editing the blog page here. Okay, so you can do that. Now, the second way that you can do this is through the blog post page. Okay, so this is a blog post, right? And then there's going to be content and whatnot. And you can add a block like this to capture leads. And this one block will show up at the end of every single blog post you publish.
That's what I
Okay,
want. Okay.
right. And that you do from this edit page here. So the main blog homepage with all of your blogs listed on it, you can come into that one and edit the main banner and add any kind of lead capture. If you wanted to, you could turn it on through the pop-up if you have that designed. I prefer static on the blog, like subscribe to the blog.
Mhm.
And you just add in those elements. So like on this one, ooh, let's see. You want to get capture leads, just find one that gives a nice layout or whatnot. Did I do? Oh, those are headers. Uh, maybe sign up or no, subscribe. That's what I want. Let's see. Subscribe. So something like this you can set up on your blog,
Okay.
on the main blog page, right? So now you come and this is the blog header. You've got this such and such blog, got an image there, and a way to capture names and subscribe people to your blog, to your newsletter, whatever, right? Get updated when I post, or just
Right.
depends on your cadence for publishing, you know, get a weekly update, a monthly update, however you want to do that. And that's on the blog, main blog homepage. And then
Home.
on the blog post page, you can do the same thing. So the blog post page dynamically has a block that says this is your content. And that gets that's where the dynamic content of your blog comes in. Although
Now,
I
how does it get there? That puzzled me.
this
Yeah.
you don't need to worry about that. It's dynamic. When you come over here to the blog and you create the post and hit publish, that little section just pulls it in for that post,
Okay, that's
right? It's a dynamic thing, right? It does that for you.
how does it know which?
And
Okay.
because you tell it,
So you have to create this first. Basically you're creating the template first. And then when you write the blog
what
post,
template? I don't know what you mean by template. What do you
well,
mean
you
by
said it'll
template?
be there on each and every.
Right. Well, and it will be because it's a dynamic. It's a dynamic page. The blog post itself
Okay.
goes there, and each one will be pulled in its content. And
Okay.
then on this page, you drop in this block, right? So
Okay.
now This block is at the bottom of every blog
Gotcha.
post, right?
Okay.
So now when you come to a blog post and you go into it, you'll see whatever the content is, and then you'll see this, people will see this to get to it. It's
Gotcha.
just, it automatically goes there, whatever tech, right? You know, more content, right? And it pulls it in dynamically because this is the link, this is the post URL, okay? So it knows this post URL is this content. That's what's getting pulled in to here. It knows that. And then the
Okay.
proper link. It automatically does that for you.
For you.
Your job as the blogger is to come in here, add your content, right? Save an update for this post, right? And if you want to generate leads from your blog and you want subscribers, then you need to come over to your settings and on your blog post page, you set it up one time, you add that subscription block one time, and now it shows up on every single blog post you publish,
Okay.
right? And the same thing with the blog homepage. If you add, hey, sign up for the blog here, right? Like you have to decide what
Right.
the goal of your website is, what the goal of your blog is, what's the main thing you want them to do. And if you're going to focus on SEO and you want search traffic and you want traffic from the blog, which I think is a great goal to have for a website, it's one of my goals on my site is doing the same thing, Maggie. So in that case, I would absolutely recommend adding some kind of lead capture on the blog homepage and then a lead capture for each blog post specifically so that people know that that's what you're looking for. And then Google's going to see that too. Google's going to say, okay, Maggie's out here. She's got these blog posts. She's focused on this SEO, this and that. She wants people coming to her site and reading and subscribing and reading more. And Google just released some really cool updates when it comes to SEO and like what they're looking for and what they're looking for on websites more and more that we've been talking about that deeper content, right? Like go deeper. Here's the pillar content. David and Kevin just did the blogging workshop talking a lot about this kind of thing, about having your pillar content and then blog posts of your main things and then, you know, a 5 or 10 posts that are linked back to that are about that thing, right? Google
Right.
loves that. It eats it up. And if you're prompting people, hey, subscribe to this blog because I'm publishing regularly, get updated on more content, deeper content, right? So Google's going to read all of that and be like, oh yeah, that's what they're doing. Okay.
Okay.
So
Now, what about, I already have some blogs that don't have that. Can you add that? Go back
as
and,
soon as it doesn't matter. It's dynamic. Okay. So when you come here, right, you could have 100 blog posts published right now, Maggie, live and in person. When you
okay.
come to this blog post page and add the lead capture and hit publish, it's going to show up there on every single blog post. You don't have to do anything.
Oh, okay. That's huge. Okay. So you
Yeah,
don't have to
you
go
have
back.
to do nothing. You don't have to. The only thing you have to do for your blog posts, right? Each one is you need to come in here to the settings of your posts and make sure that you have your SEO title, you have your SEO description, you have your keywords, and you have your SEO social image, and that all of that is set up for each and every post. That is the one thing you need to do. If you
Okay.
expect your blog to get you traffic, you want to make sure that you have the right keywords,
Okay. Gotcha.
right?
Okay.
Don't
Now,
show.
how do you add that same register, sign up, subscribe to a newsletter in the email broadcast?
No, that's not you have to have you just set up whatever you just, okay. So what you would do in the newsletter is in the newsletter, all you would do is you would add a button that says subscribe, like whatever newsletters you're sending out, whatever emails. If you're well, what are your um what is your main goal for your site?
My newsletter, I reference
Not
my,
the newsletter, your whole site. What do you want to happen when people come to your site? What's the main thing?
I have a 12-week course.
And you want everybody in there.
Yes. So, and I have some lead magnets, but ultimately it's for them to know, like, and trust, possibly, sign up for one of the free lead magnets, but eventually the goal is the 12-week course.
Okay. All right. Give me just 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
I just had a thought. Maybe I don't need it on the newsletter because they're already subscribed if they're getting the newsletter, but I definitely want it on the blog post.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Okay. It makes sense to definitely have a registration on each blog post because those can be, anybody can be getting those, especially with the SEO. But the
Yes.
newsletter doesn't really need one because if they're getting the newsletter, they're already registered. They're already have subscribed, not registered.
Yes.
So yeah, I guess it
And
really is not important on
right.
the newsletter. That's true.
Right.
Okay.
But the other thing is, so if you have your blog, okay?
Mhm.
So that's the content. You want people to find you on the internet. They're typing in questions or they're searching for something, and then they're going to find you, right?
Right.
You're going to come up. So they're going to click on that article and they're going to read it. And then at the bottom of that article, it's going to say you're going to have the subscribe thing.
Mhm.
Um, Now the other thing that you want to do, if this is about, it's about you want to connect with people, you want to build these relationships, you want to take them on a journey, you want them on a path. If they're already on your blog, one of the things you want them to do is read more stuff on your blog.
Right.
Okay. So you want to make sure you have those settings turned on for your blog post. And you want to make sure you have that. So, when you do a thing, you want to make sure you have the category, okay?
Mhm.
Because then, right, it gives you the category. Also on.
Is that similar to like a tag? Because my field is health and wellness. So it could be like food, healthy food. It could have another category.
Right.
Is that generally what they're looking for?
Right.
Exercise,
Yes.
whatever.
Well,
Okay.
what are your key messages, right? As a business, right? You have to know what you do, right? What is the foundation? What are people finding you for? And what are the things? So it can't be all the things. You've got to have like 3 to 5 key things that you do, right? And that's it. Three to
Mhm.
five. And you have those categories. So now you've got your main category is um fitness or exercise, or I don't know, like you have that. And so now you want to have those 3 to 5 key things that are you, right? That's what you're talking about. And then you want a pillar post for each one of those things. So your foundation for your site is your 5 things. So it could be, and I don't know if like fitness is just and it can be the main thing, like fitness. Um, nourishment, but I don't know what your words are and how you would describe that, but clarity over cleverness every time, right? The person who reads that needs to know exactly what it means. They're not going to guess. If they're confused by the word, they're going to move on. Period. End of story. Confuse them, lose them. If they've got to figure it out, they're not gonna. People are lazy. It's just a fact, right?
No,
I'm lazy. I'm not going to figure it out. If I go to your site thinking I'm going to find what I'm looking for and I see this stuff that I don't know what means, I'm going to forget this person. I'm on my way. I'm gone. They're not for me. You have to make me want to stay based on your words. If I'm your ideal client and I see this word, I'm like, ooh, that's a topic I want to read about, right? And then you want to infuse that with your philosophy, right? Your point of view on this form of health. What are the things that the gurus are saying that you don't agree with? This is what they say, and guess what? No, 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 no. That's not it. They're missing this piece and this piece. This is what they're leaving out. This is what they're not telling you. When they say this is what they mean. So
Right.
here's a better way to think about it. Let's think about it like this. And you're defining who you are and what you think and how you feel in your approach to this, right? Because there is somebody out there right now, Maggie, and they are struggling. They've read stuff from other people, they've subscribed to this, they followed this plan, and none of this crap works, Maggie. It's not working for me. And I'm out here on the internet Googling stuff, and still everybody's talking stuff that just does not fit my lifestyle. They don't understand my needs at my age. They don't understand my needs as a woman, because who does? The 90% of society is and health and fitness are based on a man's body and a man's needs and man's study. Well, why? Because women are too complicated. We have reproductive organs, and that changes everything. We can't figure that out, right? And if you're writing about that, then I'm going to find you and be like, oh, yeah, Maggie is my people. She gets me. She understands. I'm so sick of these people that do not get me. They do not understand what I'm going through, and I'm so frustrated. I need you, Maggie, right? That's what you want, okay? So you want to make sure you infuse all of your content with your perspective and get those key. And honestly, don't get yourself too confused about linking up a whole bunch of other posts. Pick your 3, brainstorm with ChatGPT. If you've already got content, give it to ChatGPT and say, here's my content. Tell me what my top 3 to 5 key messages are, right? And let it evaluate your stuff already and then give you that feedback. And then you can look at it and you can say, don't just agree with it, because it tells me stuff all the time. And I say, actually, I don't think so. What I think is this and this. What do you think about that? And then it'll say, well, I'll tell it. So pull the information out of it and then figure out what those 3 to 5 pieces for you are. Determine your number. Maybe for you it's 3 or 4, or maybe for you it's 6. Maybe it's 2. Who knows? Figure that out. Okay. And then just write those 3 to 4 posts, whatever those are, write those and get really into it. Like make it a book, write a book about it, basically. Sit down and be like, this is where it starts with nutrition, and this is why. This is what you hear from most people, but I think it's more nuanced than that. And this and that. I mean, make it epic. Thousands of words, whatever. Make it epic. And now that's a foundational piece of content. And anytime you write about that thing, you can take one paragraph and put it into ChatGPT and say, I want to go into greater detail just on this one piece. I don't want to touch the other stuff. I want to go on this one piece. So you've got your one big epic post. You take one paragraph, one section, right? The top 10 things of nutrition, whatever. And then you take one of those 10 and you make another post just about that and link it back to that one, right? And you start to create a little content map for yourself. And that's what Google likes that stuff. Get that deep stuff down.
Yeah,
And
that's
don't
good.
worry about the rest of it. Get those 3 to 5. And once you do that, then we got room to grow, Maggie. We can grow.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Lorelei.
Okay. While we're on the subject of blogs, I have a question regarding, and I messaged you in the community, and I did forgot
Oh.
footer, but and I posted an image in the chat where when you have the blog and whoever wrote the blog, it says the author of the person, me, and then it will say my name, author of the blog post, and then it'll have 3 social media links, like 3 links to put social media. But I can't find where to.
You can't do anything with those, Lorelei. Those are the social share buttons. They're not for you.
But how do
When
I?
I go to your website, you don't. They're connected to Facebook and Twitter and wherever. When I go to your website and I click that Facebook icon, it creates a post of your blog that posts to my Facebook. Do you understand? It's a social share button. When you click share this with people, share to Facebook, share to Twitter, share to Instagram. When you're on somebody's blog,
So, okay.
It's
Now
not for you.
I
That
wonder.
Facebook link on your thing, that's my link. It's not your link. You don't get to have it. It doesn't go to your Facebook. It doesn't go to your anything. It goes to mine. Your site goes to
because
my
I'm trying to
Facebook.
share it to my site.
Okay.
Because your site is linked to my Facebook. I can share to my Facebook. That's what you want. You don't change those.
I was
So,
trying to do the same thing.
You can't change those.
so is there a way to include other social platforms so that we could share it to, like Instagram and TikTok?
All they have to do, Lorelei, they just click share, copy link, paste it.
Okay.
That's
I
all.
thought it was
The social share ones are just advertising, And they could, because otherwise there could be 500 of them there, right? Certainly, if you think there should be a TikTok share and a whatever, there's a platform that's not there that you want there natively, support@zenler.com. Tell the team, I want this.
Yeah.
But those are for sharing. You cannot edit those. They don't go to your Facebook. They go to the person reading's Facebook.
Got it.
So that they can share your content to their account.
Thank
and
you.
trust me, that's what you want.
Yeah. So, so if I want the social media icons, I have it on the footer. Is there a way that I can put it on top, or would I just create, is there like a block?
You can put, and you can add all of that on the,
On the
I think,
dynamic
on the headers, even on the header, you can add whatever you want. You can create a whole page with big social media icons like this, and it's just a whole page of icons that link to all of your accounts. You can do whatever you want. You can put any image in and link it to any social media site. I can put in images on my site and link them to your social media if I wanted. You know what I mean? You can link it wherever you want.
So on the menu bar, so we have written, I know that when I can put the logo, it's an image. Is there a header where you can put images instead of, I haven't checked, but
The link, they might, I mean, obviously you can use the footer menu has them, right? Let's see. Let's look.
I just put a footer menu at the top and then just clear out the rest.
Let's just edit. Okie dokie.
See, instead of writing, I wanted to put.
Yeah, an icon or an inmet. Like, yeah, I totally get what you're saying. So let's go here. Let's do menu. So let's see. Add. Do style. So let's look over here. Headers. So that one's got a button. 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 None of those. No.
It's probably just.
So the only one that looks like, yeah, it's the footer has it. So what you're gonna have to do on the header is you could add the social icons like under it.
Oh, I could just create like a block.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do it like really tiny. So
Yeah.
like I don't know, does screen share view change what you see now, or do I need to get rid of immersive? I don't know what it does. Are you seeing my
We see your screen, but the immersive, our little blocks are on the bottom,
are on the oh, okay.
I think.
Okay, so so for a page, this is what I would do. I just hate this homepage. We just create a little
You can have more than
set like
one
this.
dynamic footer, right? Yeah.
A footer. No, I don't
I want to
yeah,
try.
I suppose actually.
How about if you
Actually.
put how about if
Yeah,
you put a
and
footer and then delete everything like the sign in?
yes,
Let's
yes.
see.
Yeah, I like that
That way you
idea.
don't have to create graphics and you don't have to, you just post the link like that one.
Yeah. So let me move this out of the way. So, oh, it's not going to let me because you can't delete. Oh, yeah, you do the menu. The
Menu.
menu.
And then,
Delete.
oh, so then you just delete all the
Yeah.
menus, all the
Delete
links,
all the items,
and then
delete
keep
them
the
all,
icons.
and see what happens. Yeah, let's see what it looks like. I like that idea.
I'm so excited for the AI Summit. Oh my gosh. I
I
had
know,
to
I
do a
am
double
too.
take because I said, is this an ad? Is this like something? And I said, that guy looks like Neil Patel. And then I'm like, oh my God, that's Neil Patel. So we can add. So if you click on add, it's still on the menu. If you click on
I
menu,
know, I know. I'm thinking. mm, I get rid of.
you have to click save.
Although I know but I want to see something. And because I don't want that there. So there we go.
But what if you put it transparent? Because what if, I see. Because what if someone picks their mobile phone to be black? Will that appear white? You know what I mean?
Um,
Mm. If text is transparent.
no, it's not. It shows the text.
Well, it says text color nothing, and then if you put background nothing, oh, I see.
Then it just blacks everything out.
Okay.
So,
So
and
then,
sure, I would just.
yeah, just make it white. That's what I do
It's
for
just
my
even if it's,
courses.
and I mean, honestly, if it shows up on some weird thing, it's just your copyright. It's
Yeah,
not like it says, you know, some weird random thing.
yeah.
Although I want this to be much smaller.
But if you click um TikTok, so you have there.
Right. I mean, that's what you would do. You
But what I'm
just,
curious is that does the system know if I wanted to add? So you see how it has the gray Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
yeah.
and
Yep.
YouTube. So if I added another one,
Yeah, you can. You've got the menu
but
ad.
will okay, so I want to see if it gives you up. So then I would have to upload. Oh, I wonder if they have TikTok. The action I know. See if they have TikTok. No. So then I would have to upload it. Mm, no. Oh, there's Facebook, Threads. Well,
And that's new. I don't,
yeah,
if they
yeah.
have that,
I
I'd be
think
surprised. What's I don't even know. Oh, the TikTok. It's the T. Yeah, yeah,
TikTok
yeah.
is the musical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You could do that.
Okay.
Choose that. Why didn't that work? There you go. So just do that. Just use the
Okay.
little musical note maybe
Yeah, they'll
for
know.
that. And yes, and then what I would just recommend is I think that we're coming out with all kinds of there's updates coming for things of that nature um where we'll be able to connect more payment things. We'll be able to, I think we're gonna end up I think Apple Pay is coming, stuff like that. Like, so there's gonna be more icons and native things inside Zenler that we don't have to create our own little workarounds for. There's gonna be more native features that you don't have to edit, you know? I mean, there's still going to be some, you know,
Yeah,
but less and less.
good. What was the other thing? I'm curious about the rest. For Lorian and Rohit, do you have blogs and how you don't?
I don't.
And Rohit, is that your name?
Yeah, yeah. I have a newsletter.
You have a
I
news.
write, yeah, I write very long form posts on Twitter as well as on email broadcast. I had a blog, but I removed it because it's just too much content creation because I'm publishing YouTube videos, then I'm publishing Twitter posts, then I'm writing a newsletter. So for one person, it becomes too much.
Yeah.
So now what I learned from Ali is that I can combine all of those blog posts and create like 5 pillar contents, which I plan to do on Zenler. So it will be like one post with 20,000 words and 5 posts like that. So I have around 54 articles that I have written. I can combine all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an idea that I got today.
What is the business that what is it that you do?
I provide education on the stock market
Oh, wonderful.
in India.
In India. Good. And Lorian?
Are you asking what I do?
Yeah, and I know you said you don't have a blog, but I'm curious. I'm asking because I do have a blog, but now I'm structuring it and I'm just curious from ideas that I may
I'm
get.
planning to have a blog. I help new entrepreneurs or online business owners set up their tech, choose their tech, and then set it up.
Mhm. Good. So I host events and
Okay.
it's mainly literary. So I'm a book. I connect readers and authors. So I interview authors and then I host events. I have a membership community.
How cool.
And so what I've didn't know and I just came up with is that so I have posts because I created like a series. So one is just like a book. They can, it can showcase, it's a book spotlight. So it can be the blurb, what it's about, the author, and that's it. And then in the bottom, I do that funnel, like call to action. Like if you enjoy reading books, meeting authors and people, join, which I got from Ali and David's the 31 March things that you can put a block underneath. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is just like, now I have to change all the rest and edit, but it's going to be so much easier because I only have to change the bottom. So from my membership, I was able to create, if I don't have an author, it's just the book, their information. But if you do enjoy, come and join. The other one is that I send authors an interview questions, Q&A. They send it back, and then it's author interview. They give the written questions. They can offer a giveaway, and then if they want to join, if they like the book, they can join. So it's the same block. Then I have one where I host the events, and I'm sharing this because it may spark an idea. So I have events where I invite the author. So it's a promotion of the event. So basically, I create a post about the event, and that's what I share on social media. After it's done, I repurpose and then take the Zoom recording or the transcripts or some information, part of the interview questions. I will edit the invite post to make it appealing. And I just thought I'm gonna do like I'm doing right now Facebook Live interviews, but I'm gonna go and do it on YouTube. And then take the live public interview part and put it inside that blog. I'm gonna embed it into the blog post. And then if people, so I play a game of two truths and a lie. So if you want to find out what the two truths and a lie is, join our membership. And so I'm offering them quality. I tried to make it evergreen so that when I can share it anytime, but it still has that call to action on the bottom, which is amazing. And I didn't know, so I said, oh, okay, one thing, and I'm so happy about this AI thing is that how people are looking for things before we were doing it all like with the keywords, and now it's all AI, like how do readers search for books? So now it may not be the title of the book or the author, but it may be tropes. So, different genres, memoirs. So now I'm changing the AI part, like the keywords and all that. So one thing is that readers like to read by subgenres. So I have an event where it's called Romance Reader Roundtable. So readers come and I pick 3 tropes. So for that day, readers get together and I pick 3 tropes and they all share what books they read. So now I can create blog posts by each trope, which will, when it's shared, it can bring people. So it's like, oh my gosh, because I don't have that. You would have to know who it is that you're looking for AI to help get my blog there. And now I've found a workaround where, oh my gosh, so it's not only the people that know me, but AI. So I'm excited to find out what Neil and the rest and
Oh yeah, it's the here's the thing, it's the number one thing. Like when you're talking about AI and all the stuff that's possible, there's so much, right? And there's so much discussion around how to use it, when to use it. There's just all of these conversations. And here's the most important part of it. Like, what job do you want AI to have in your business? What role does it play? So you have to decide that. Like, what are your considerations for AI? How do you feel about it? Are there, I highly recommend, and Rohit, you were talking about your long form content. I don't know if you're on Substack, but Substack is the place for that long form. I'm over there because I do like to write me a dang book sometimes when I'm writing an essay. I got a lot to say, okay? So long form, I love it. And honestly, that the platforms, good platforms, are favoring the long form content, okay? Even if you look, even I know it's not popular on Facebook or on this or that, but I know people on Facebook right now writing some long form content in a Facebook post, and it gets so many comments and likes, and there's links that go through to people's other stuff, like, here, check this out. It is working, right? When you build an audience, okay, of people that connect with your worldview, right? And your perspective, they want the deeper content. They don't want deeper content from people they don't know. They don't care. If I just met you, I'm not reading 20,000 words. I'm sorry, I ain't got time for that. But if I've seen your social media content, your shorter form, your medium form, and it's using those words and those perspectives that I relate with, oh, now it is on. I have the worst time. I have a whole, I have Gemini set up right now. I have Google AI Pro, and I am subscribed to a lot of Substacks, y'all. And believe it or not, I read them, okay? But in my own time and when I have time. But I have AI. I hook it up to my email and I ask it, what do I got from Substack right now? It gives me a breakdown of, here are my AI people, here's my AI stuff, because there's a lot of AI writers and builders on Substack, and I'm talking some of the best, and they're giving away so much information for free on there. It's incredible. So it tells me, these are your AI people, these are your cultural things, these are your business and marketing things. And then it tells me, it knows my priorities. What do I need to know, right? And then it tells me. And now I know what to prioritize to go read and to look deeper into, because AI is helping me. It knows my goals and what I want. So once I get to know you and see you and hear from you, and I'm into your content, I'm setting up those reminders on my AI to point me over to your Substack and your blog and your whatever, because that's what I want to know. Those are my priorities. So when you have someone who is, Rohit, if somebody's like, I got to figure out the stock market, man, I got to invest. Like they got one lucky little thing and they found out and they're like, no, man, this is the future. This is where I want to be. They're looking and they're seeing these are the people I'm connected to, or these are the things that are popping up. And what is this person's value system? How are they talking about investing? Right? Because I don't like this and this about investing. And I don't like this and this about the other people I've seen talking about investing. I need to find someone who doesn't do that. So what is that for your people, right? What are the things that your people are like, I want to learn more about the stock market, but these people I don't like, they feel unethical or they feel this or they feel that, right? Like, what are those things so that you can put those messages out there and people say, yeah, I don't like that about investing either. Maybe this guy's a little better than that, right? And then they start to investigate it and read a little bit more and a little bit more. It's about taking them on the journey. You have to have those smaller, I call it moments, methods, and models, right? Moments are the little, those are the quick, those are the quotes that you see on social media that people might go, oh yeah, I believe in that, or I connect with that. That's a moment. That's a short, that's a thing. And then a method is just a little bit deeper. It's that plus like, a handful of bullet points of this, okay? Like it gives you a little bit more, and maybe you get a little bit more structure, a little frameworking with that piece that connects more for the person. And then the third piece is the moment method model. Models like the full, this is everything. This is how it all connects together. Here's the moment, here's the method, and now here's how it all comes together, and here's everything, right? So you've got to have enough moments and methods out there that people start to connect them and go, yeah, that makes sense to me. And now they want your method or model. They want your model. They got the moment, the method, now comes the model. And then they're in deep. That's when they're bookmarking you. That's when they're seeking you out by name because they know when they have a question about that thing, they know you're the one that has the answer.
Something that I asked my daughter because she's now like looking into finance and things like that. And so she, I asked her, I says, oh, so she was telling me, oh, you should listen to this guy who's a finance expert, and he can tell you all about, this and this and finance and budget. And I said, why do you follow him? There's so many, but what is it that makes you follow him? And she said, it's because of his podcast titles and because he works, whatever he does, it's for couples. So
That's his
that's his thing. So he works for a particular community,
the niche, his sub
niche, his audience.
Couples.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it's I can't remember the name of it. It's Ramit.
Right. Well, that's kind of like I was talking about Maggie with the health. There's a lot of people are health, right?
Yes.
But how many of them are health for women in their 50s or women in their 60s? You know what I mean? I'm
or
in my
empty
50s.
nesters, even empty nesters.
Exactly. They were a pair, now they're not. Now they want something else. So yeah, that's that. There's some, who is it? It's called Category Pirates. You Google it. Um, uh, you have to take them with a grain of salt. They're bro marketing types. But they are super smart. Okay. And their concept of creating a category of your own is really good stuff. And they have a lot of free content that you can find that talks about that. They have a Substack. They're one of a very popular Substack, and theirs is like $20 a month. I paid for that for years. I was on their Substack. I need, I know all that stuff now, so I'm good. I've moved on to my own stuff. But for people that are trying to figure out what that is and creating that category, that's exactly what, like Lorelai was saying, is that's what it brought my mind to, was you're creating a category of your own. So if you look at who your biggest competitor is, right? They've got this category. What aren't they covering? What have they forgotten about? What are they missing? Now you grab a hold of that missing piece and now you own it. That's your category and you're number one in that category, right? So it's a very interesting concept of doing that, because when you niche and then sub niche down, and like, people get scared about that, right? They get scared. Yeah, like the couples,
Yeah,
right?
it's
Money for
Money for
couples.
Couples by Ramit Sethi. And she says, I don't know if that's the same guy. It is? Yeah. So she listens to the podcast and she'll say, and I said, but what makes you go to him? And
Mhm.
it says the headlines, like uh, whatever the titles are, if you go through the podcast, like I'm about to, you know, we're close to getting divorced, if we're on the line, if, for
Yeah.
managing our budget or on this trip. So boom, that, like,
He's very relatable.
yes.
Yeah.
And then the topics, I haven't seen it yet, but she tells me and I said, yes, yes, I'll listen. So but so I was curious because I want to know what the average person, what is it that
Mhm.
makes them follow someone?
Right. Well, see, here's another piece of what the category pirates, what they're talking
Yes.
about. You create your category. They talk about how to create what they call a super consumer, a super fan. And a super fan is your daughter telling you, oh, this guy for couple cannot shut up about this guy.
Yeah.
So that's what you want. You want to build a relationship with someone and get so into, oh my, this person is perfect. Every person you talk to, oh no, go follow them. No,
But
pull
you
up
know
your
what?
phone.
It's because
Pull
it's
up.
relevant to
No, no,
her.
no.
It's
You pull
the
up your phone right now. This is their name. Type it in your Facebook. Let me see. Let me pull it up for you. No, you got to follow this person, right? That's a
yeah,
super fan, a super consumer.
yeah.
And the more of those, right? Like, we can all have funnels full of people at random stages and doing random things, right? They subscribed here, they maybe even bought something, but they are not shouting you from the rooftops. The super consumers, those are the ones that everything you create is for them, right? It's to get them excited, it's to infuse them. The other people are going to enjoy it too. Don't get me wrong. They're going to be just fine. You're going to get sales, you're going to get more leads. They might even share some stuff for you on social media as well, but they are not your super consumers. The more of those that you build, the bigger you get without doing anything, because they're doing it for you, right? You make that content deep for them and you connect it.
Also, I'm, like through the years, marketing has changed. And so I know we have AI and AI can help with, all of that, but really, how how is it that we should, what works now? So for example, I'm just going to give you my feedback, which I think because there's so much AI content and sometimes it feels fake, and I think it depends on who the audience is who's your audience. I feel right now that I have to go more live. I have to go show up. I have to try and be more on social media, do more in-person things, or talk about why I um why I love what I do and why think it's important that people join. It's not for me, but it's for them and why. So it's more, I don't know, that's what I feel, because creating content, creating graphics, and like the algorithms, of course, I know we have to change the website and make it SEO friendly, because we can't avoid that. That's one part.
Well,
But
see,
how has
here's
it
what
changed for
right.
us? As
First of all, it's never changed. It's been the same, is what I would say. Kind of. It's the same. What's different is our attention. What's different is how it's delivered. What's different is how often we see it and are exposed to it, right? What's different is that there's so much of it, right? It used to back in the day, pre-internet, okay? Pre-Al Gore's internet. Um, my Gen Xers understand that. Uh, you have you have magazines, TV, billboards, you have, in the grocery store itself, in a store, there's brands being advertised to you. You're seeing labels, you are receiving marketing messages all of the time in life, right? And you have been. We all have been. The difference is back then, there wasn't that much coming at us. Okay.
yes,
So it took approximately 7 exposures to an ad of messaging in a magazine, on a billboard, on the TV, heard it on the radio, right? For us to now take on that message and remember it and be like, oh yeah, Nike, just do it, right? It took about 7 to 10 exposures. Okay, now we have internet, okay? It stays about the same for a little while. And maybe a little bit more we need, but then social media happens. Now, MySpace, Facebook. Okay. Now you've got everybody with messages. I've got a business page. I was one of the first people to have a Facebook business page. I'll tell you right now. I had one of the first live video courses for Facebook live video when it came out. Like I knew this was going to be some stuff, right? I knew it. And that's what you do. You get in there, and now it takes about 20 exposures to the same message. Used to be 7. Now
because
it's
there's so
over
many.
20. Every single thing you do is, I'm in a Zoom session. Zoom is being marketed to me right now. I want you to think about that. Every single person, you could have a Coca-Cola t-shirt on. So it's brands and messaging, and it's just everywhere you go. Okay. Everything is a marketing message. Now, when it comes to SEO, when it comes to, and Google, if you all know Kevin Arrow, he's part of the Zenler team. His amazing, incredible wife, Sarah, she is a brilliant writer and SEO strategist. She knows her stuff, okay? And when Google first changed like long word, key tail, long, all this keyword, blah, blah, long tail keywords, all this stuff way back, she had been teaching people how to blog naturally and authentically the whole time. And Google had been telling people, we're making changes, don't do this, don't do that. And she's like, I never have, and I've never taught people how to do that. This is how you do it the right way. But then when Google made the change and all those people didn't listen, they lost their rankings and their sites and they didn't get any more traffic. And they're like, what? Because SEO has always been about authentic, natural language and communication, right? It's always been about that. What is the exact words your people are typing in when they're looking? Think about what you're typing in.
Yeah.
Save your search history, your own search history, and go through it. What were you typing while you were looking for stuff, right? Those are the words you want, those exact sentences on your blog and in your content. You've always wanted that. That's what people have always wanted. They can tell the difference. Now, I do different types of writing. because I am a literary fan, okay? So I like to write very differently from how I speak in some instances because I feel a little like, maybe I should have been born in a time when I had to use an inkwell and a feather pen, and sometimes I like to write that way. So I can have a different voice depending on where I'm writing. Like my Substack voice is definitely very different than my blogging voice, okay? However, I'm still using my own natural language. I write, I was just watching Netflix. Kevin Hart has a comedy series competition. It's like a comedian American Idol type thing, right? And it had a couple of live sessions. Well, anyway, him and a couple of other famous comedians were sitting around talking about their process for writing jokes and how they do it, right? And all of them, they're all brilliant comedians. Chelsea Handler, right? Kevin Hart, like, and now one of them, they can only talk. One of them needs to write it out in bold and highlights and bolds all their punchlines, right? So they can count how many they have. Otherwise, they don't understand their work. Some of them, Kevin Hart, it's all in his head. He doesn't write anything down. He just remembers it in his head, right? That works for him. So everybody has a bit of a different process of how they come to their thing, right? Some people have to practice saying it over and over and over again, yet they get up there on stage and they look like very natural. It doesn't look like they've practiced it and it's rehearsed, right? Some people can just hop on a video or write or do something and they can just do it off the cuff and it just comes out, right? Some people need to sit and do one piece and then wait, no, I don't like, there's a different process, but the point is to make it you and to make it natural language because otherwise, I don't know, it's just not going to connect. And like we're all different, our unique point of views, like how we've been talking. That's the difference between what's like generic AI content and creator content. And the difference is that point of view. It's that POV. It's that, it's that AI doesn't have a point of view. It has your points of view, but because it has so many, it just makes them all generic and puts out whatever, right? Um, And so that's the difference. There's no strong perspective. There's no strong point of view because AI doesn't have a point of view, but you do as a human being. So use that and don't be afraid of it. I think that's a one thing just in the course of living my life, so many different lifetimes of life, truly. I've rebuilt and restarted and redone stuff, every decade for the last 5 decades. So we rebuild ourselves and we learn. And I'm telling you, I could care less what anybody else thinks anymore in a way that I don't know. I'm not afraid to say my point of view anymore, and I don't care who's in the room with me when I say it. That kind of level of I don't care anymore. And when you get to that point, it's very important in business. You have to have a strong perspective because you need people to love you or hate you. One of the two. Then you're gonna grow. If you're just like, yeah, I could give or take it, whatever.
It's a
That's
matter
fine.
of fact. People are going to like you and they're not going to like you.
Yeah. So
But
you might as well lean into it.
lean into the ones that like you. And
Right. And I also lean into things that people don't like,
yeah,
right? Because I honestly, I have a lot of weird stuff about me. And um And I don't want to have to, like, I don't want to have to explain myself or defend myself or whatever to people that I'm working with. Either you get me or you don't. Like, we've talked a lot about it on here. I have, um, I have, traumatic brain injury. I have short-term memory loss. I have other kinds of memory issues. I have PTSD. Like there is a lot happening in this head. And so some people may not like that. I forget things that I probably shouldn't forget, but they always come back, It just takes a little extra effort. And people who don't have patience for that, goodbye. Go. I understand, I respect it. Go find you someone who remembers everything. Because I don't. And I sometimes I've done the same thing every week since November, and I still sometimes go, wait, how do I do that again? It just happens. It's my brain. And I'm very open about those processes and those things for myself. So people who don't like it can block and delete me.
Lorian, you were going to say something, and then I went ahead and I shared.
Oh, I just had a couple questions and I can't stay too much longer. So
Oh, okay, let's get it on. And hello, Lorna. It's nice to see you.
I have been working on a cold subscriber scrub for one of my clients, and I'm having trouble getting it to work. And as far as I can tell, everything I'm telling it to do is right, but the numbers aren't coming out right.
Okay, what is it now?
It's a cold subscriber scrub. So I send out an email to everybody who hasn't opened the last 7. And it's a series of 3. So the first one is they haven't opened the last 7, and then the second is they haven't opened the last 7 plus the first one I sent them of this series. And I tag them at the end, and I'm supposed to remove them, but the number goes down and then it goes back up to the number of people who are tagged, and there shouldn't be any going up in this process.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll go in and look at, do you have it set up in a funnel?
Yes.
Okay. So, and you're tagging them and filtering through the automation section, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I can share my
So
screen if that's easier.
you can what?
Share my screen if that's easier.
Oh yeah, here, I'll stop mine then. Yeah. Yeah, you show me yours. Because there is sometimes with the filter, I've done it before where I just had one setting off on one of them and it did do what you're saying. So I'm curious to see. Because otherwise, record this, screenshot each of the settings, and send it to support because it shouldn't do that if it's a glitch.
Okay. I've done this twice, and the first time it didn't work, and I'm like, okay, I made a mistake somewhere, so I redid it. And if you can see, you take out so many each time because they opened it or they unsubscribed. But when you go from here to the tag, it goes up 1,000, almost 2,000.
Okay, so let's see. So this is the full automation. You've got remove tag.
The tag is called remove from Evergreen newsletter.
Okay, so add that tag. And then once that happens, this is the first set delivered, that 22,513.
After a year
After the tag is added.
After the tag, the series comes first and then the tag. And nothing happens after the tag automatically. I have to go and manually search for everyone with a tag and delete them, but I'm not going to delete half of her list. even if they're not opening. So,
Right. So you've got cold subscribers,
mhm.
P1B.
That's
So
that's part one, and this is my second attempt. So,
okay,
yeah.
so this is part one, and that's how many emails got sent out. So then the
Yes.
second one is P2,
Yes.
and it sent out less
Right.
because
Because
it's
it's every,
saying 1,500 were opened.
yeah. So anybody
And
who
then
opens
this
it gets
one,
out of the series. And
right?
anybody who opens any of the previous 7 get out of the series too.
Okay. So my question to you would be, are there new subscribers coming into the funnel at the same time other subscribers are dropping out?
Always.
Okay, so that's why this number can go up. Do you understand?
No,
So,
because they only get tagged if they met all of these requirements. Like they have to not open all 3 of these and the 7 before that in order to be tagged. So it wouldn't apply to new people. Or would it?
when is the
That's a
tag
good
added?
question.
Right, that's what I'm saying. When the tag is added and removed,
Mhm.
right? If people, it's not linear, right? It's not, I only have 20 people, they're coming in. And from those 20, that number is going to dwindle down for each email send. No, because you've got new people coming into the funnel at the same time as leaving the funnel, being untagged and retagged and tags added and removed. There's going to be a process at one point where a lot of people have the tag, and then seemingly all of a sudden, maybe less have, and then all of a sudden, seemingly more have it again because it's not linear.
Okay, so how do I do this in a way where it actually works, where I can identify and tag the people who are not opening their emails?
From one funnel?
Yes. I mean, I would think that this tag should be given only to people who received the emails that they didn't open. Otherwise, that wouldn't be relevant. But if you see I mean, do they have to get this email in order to not open it? Because if they don't, then you're right. Everybody coming in would be added to this tag.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So I don't. Yeah, this is an interesting one. So is everybody only coming into this? Like she has people coming in from all different places on her site or on this site, this
Yes.
client. Okay. So all different funnels. And this is just one specific funnel that
Right.
you want set up for this. Okay.
I mean, I could do it for everyone, but that would be more complicated, I think.
Yeah. So I would want to know. So when I'm setting up a funnel, everybody who subscribes to that funnel, I'm trying to understand why you need the tags to send and remove these emails. I'm trying to understand this process because in the email filters themselves, you can continue to send emails to people who haven't opened emails with or without a tag. So I don't understand the purpose of the tag right now.
The purpose of the tag is to identify people who are not reading her emails, and if the number is reasonable, to delete those. It increases her open rate. It doesn't waste the emails that
Okay.
she's allowed to spend.
Right. So you can do that without a tag though. That's
How?
why huh?
How?
By just adding a filter of people who didn't open her emails.
I can say that they didn't open the last 7. And I want
You
to
can
give them a
choose,
chance. This gives them
you
a
can,
chance to get back in if they're not. Like
right. I mean, I, mm, you should be able to filter every, like, however often you want to. Like, if the emails are that, like, here, if you stop sharing your screen, I will share mine and I will see if I can make it make sense
okay.
to myself as well. Okay.
I'm open to
So,
other ways of doing it. I couldn't figure out how to
yes,
do it.
yes, we definitely want to try to figure out because that's the one thing I know tags can be very useful. Like, here's how the way that I use a tag, which I remove because I don't have funnels set up that way anymore. I don't do that anymore. But at one point, I had multiple funnels running, right?
It's the only way to do
So,
automations. So
right. So these multiple funnels, I would tag people as being in specific funnels so that I knew if they had multiple tags, right?
okay, yeah, we
If
do that.
they had if they had multiple tags, it unsubscribed them from all but one thing, email, and then that email was a combination of all the other emails so that it acknowledged, hey, you subscribe to this funnel and this funnel. So rather than send you two set of email sequences, I'm now just going to send you this one email sequence, right? So that's how I used tagging in order to have so that it didn't, so people weren't getting multiple emails
We
from
do
me.
that too. We put them through a welcome sequence after they sign up for anything, and after the welcome sequence, they're tagged and pulled into this sequence. So yeah, I understand
Sequence.
that.
Okay. So then from a single sequence where you want to continue to send out emails,
Hmm.
um, so this one is
It would be
on.
great if they set it up so you could just do this without all the hassle, but
I think you can. I think we overcomplicate it because we think it should be complicated. I don't know. I do that anyway. So
I
down
do
here
sometimes
now,
too. Okay.
I sometimes I say to myself, self, what the heck? Okay, so now we're gonna add a filter. So let me see. I gotta know what the name of this freaking email is. Help. It's called. Okay, add a filter group. So when we add a filter group, we want email not opened. And what email?
She wants the last 7 not opened.
Right. Well, I mean, honestly,
I
so
get it, but client is boss.
okay. Hold on, hold on. So she only wants people to get this email if they haven't opened 7 other emails.
Yes. I do the last 7. There's no way to do a random 7. Meaning they're not currently active. They haven't been active for several months.
Okay, so, and you have this set up in a funnel. Why?
The automation is because it's an evergreen newsletter. And so when I post one now, I set it for the number of weeks it will be until it goes out the next time. So it's a 2-year content sequence circle.
Okay.
But I
Okay,
want to take
so
out people who aren't engaging at all.
that are not, okay, so then you're gonna want to do that from here, honestly. From people, and
Mhm.
you're gonna filter your people in your list. Let's see. So
Subscribe to funnel and then
no. Nope. Um, email not opened. And then you are going to select that, apply filter, add filter, email not opened. you can save this group, this filter. Do you understand? Like
Yes.
if I think this is good, this is what you need.
Actually, I don't know how to
So
save it, but
I think you can save a filter group. I'm gonna try.
so I'm taking
Email
people
not
out
open.
of one specific funnel. If they didn't open 7 specific emails, I need to send them a sequence to ask if they're still interested.
Right. So this is what you're gonna do.
Okay.
This is how I would test it out. I would
Okay.
come in because I don't have your system and I don't have tags and people in here to sort and
Right.
filter to check if the results are correct. Okay. But you do on your side.
Yes, and I
So
can't
for
share
you,
names. So.
yes. So on your side, what I would try is I would add these filters, right? And I would filter in for those emails, right?
Mhm.
And then apply the filter, and you're going to get a list of those people. It's
Okay.
all going to be right here. So then what you can do is you can then email just those users that
Through the
email.
sequence. Yeah, the
Right,
code
that
yeah.
particular thing. So it doesn't have to be set up in a funnel to tag, untagged, unsubscribe. Once a month, whatever, you come in here and you run this filter and you see who's in the list. You can then do bulk actions. Um,
How do you
and
save that
yeah, that's a good
particular process?
find these filters. Oh, if we do it in emails is what we can do it in. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All
if we
right.
do it in emails, right, you can create an email list.
Okay.
Okay, let's create list. Um,
I can go with that. I get the concept.
removable list. So, right. So that's how we do it. So we make a list. We call it removal list or what some form of non-engaged list. And then we're going to add the filters
Okay.
for not opened email, not opened, right? And you're just going to add each of the emails. This one and another, just and not open. Just keep adding
Okay.
more. And let's see, whatever. Apply these filters. Cannot find you, right? Because I don't have enough people
Right.
and tags in here. Um,
Okay. I'll try that.
to do that. And then let's see, when we come to getting a broadcast, then we create a new broadcast. This is re-engage time. See if we can get them to re-engage. We're going to create that email and we're going to use the email list of the removal list that we already created with the filters.
Mhm.
And then
Send them that. Okay.
right, and then it'll give you the list. So, but only you can be able to check it and make sure it's pulled in the right people and it's excluded the right people, and that should give you a more legitimate list. And then when you go into your site and into your people, that's when you apply the filter there and then see how many are in the list. And then you just, you go through
Both
bulk
delete.
action and
Okay.
then you can, yeah, remove.
Untag or yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
delete however. Yeah.
Do you know if I say people who haven't opened email 7 through 13, does that include people who have not gotten those yet or just people who have gotten those? Or
That's
is
a good question.
I need to send support?
And here's what that's a good question. I would test it out.
Okay.
You would need to test that because the other option you can do then is that the first thing is they are
I can tag them at a certain point in the funnel.
they are subscribed to funnel, right? So you've got
Mhm.
they have to be subscribed to that funnel. right? Now, not only are they subscribed to that funnel, but they also have not opened emails. Do you see that?
Yes, I
So,
get that. But
so
somebody
I
who
would
just got the
make,
first one won't have opened the seventh one.
yeah, that's true.
I'll test it. I'll see how it works.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, yet it's, um, yeah. I
All
would
right.
definitely test out how that works because this filter, if you get these filters right here, it's not tag, untag, automation. It's literally once a month, run your list or however often she does the newsletter thing and she wants to remove people, run it and check and see does it make sense? Because here's the other thing, there's still always going to be, I like the idea that you're doing it for the seven, that has to be seven, because sometimes the system is finicky and it might not count a click or an open for some reason. You know, maybe they opened it and then hit the back button for some reason, so Zenler erased the open or
And I
what,
don't
you
open
know?
every email from everybody, so
Exactly. Sometimes I open this one or that one because I missed one, and sometimes it doesn't count it even when it is open. So having it look for seven, last seven is smart because, you know, if it's been seven, then there's a good chance they haven't been opening your emails for a while, you know?
yeah.
But just not opening the last one or two, they could have opened it and it just didn't calculate it for whatever reason.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, yeah, test that out. There's all, yeah,
I have
I'll
one
be
more
very,
question that I think is short. Is that okay?
okay. Yes, yes.
I wanted to make it so that people could book an appointment with me, and I set that up in Lives as a one-on-one booking, and I set up 20 different times. But all 20 of those showed up on my calendar, and I had no way of knowing if anyone signed up for any of them.
That's correct.
That's how it works?
Yeah, it's not a booking system. It
Okay.
just doesn't
I
work
can get
that
a booking
way.
system. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, it's never gonna, it depends on how many you're gonna be trying to book and do. But yeah, you're much better off. I'm gonna say, I'm trying to think what you might want to even do a search in the Facebook group to see which ones other people are using and testing.
I know people
If
use
there's,
TidyCal and it's a one-time fee instead of the monthly that Calendly and others are. So I'll
yeah,
probably
so
go with
yeah,
that.
I would definitely look into ones that have already been used with Zenler and you know they work.
Okay,
Um,
got it.
and so that you know that it works. And that yeah, and so that you know that
Okay.
it works and whatever workarounds other people have come up with for that. That's definitely the smart move. Yeah, the unfortunately right now, hopefully in the future, Zenler will add and update it as an actual booking feature, but right now it doesn't work that way.
That
So
would be lovely, but
yeah.
it works really well for many other things. So,
It really does. And if you're a coach that needs a lot of scheduling things and checking your calendar and booking in your little 30-minute consults or things of that nature, or you have coaching clients that have to book in and you've got, you know, tons of them that are booking every day here and there. Yeah, you definitely need a separate system. You know, Zenler, you can do like what you said with your bookings that way, but you have to come in here and manually look and check and make sure if people have booked because Judy and I have been testing out some of those. You don't, sometimes you get an email, sometimes you don't.
okay.
One person gets emails and another person doesn't get them. It's just weird. It's just weird. So yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for joining us today and for joining us in our pop-up live after the regular one.
Thank you for doing it. Have a great week.
Thanks so much, Lori, and you have a great week too. Thank you. Hi, Lorna. Are you working on anything today?
Hi, yeah, so I just came across the pop-up. Hi Ali, hi Lorelei. I have an issue with my site menu. I've been trying to reorder the items and I reorder them and I click save and they go back to the wrong order. So I'm not sure what I'm doing that's wrong, but yeah, for some reason I just can't save the right order.
In the dynamic menu?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my goodness. Here,
I
well,
know.
I will share my screen and show and see if we can do this. And if it won't save, if it's not taking it for whatever reason, if you've checked incognito, if you've
Yeah,
done all of that, then it's some kind of a weird bug that you'd have to send to support at Zenler.
okay.
Um, because I mean, I can't fix bugs. I don't code. Let's see. Let's see if we can figure it out. We've been looking at menus a few times today, haven't we, Lorelai? Okay. So, and this is where you're rearranging them and they're not staying?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take contact and move it to the top. And then I'm gonna come here and just hit save. Preview. Okay, well, contact is not in the front. Let's see. Pop up. So contact is there,
Hmm.
and now home is there on the site. So let's see. Yeah, it's not taking it on this one either.
Oh,
And
that's so neat.
I'm incognito.
I've
I
tried
feel
so
like
many times.
I feel like somebody else was mentioned this. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, yeah, definitely. I don't know why it's not saving that. Let's see. It's so, yeah, it went right back down there.
Yeah, I've tried about 10 times that I'm losing patience.
I know it. Oh, tell me about it. I will, yes, I get it. Links in that menu. Let's see. I mean, it's there now.
It's there at the top. Yeah, it's there at the top.
It's there at the top and it's here and I've saved. I feel like I want to close all the other tabs just in case. Please take. Like, what am I doing wrong? Let's see. Now it loads and no, it took it away
It's not
again.
there. It hasn't
Now
stuck.
let me go back to the editor and refresh and see if it takes it away from there. Yeah, it did. That's a bug. That's a
Yeah,
bug.
okay. Okay, that's
That's a bug.
reassuring.
Yes,
I
that's a
shall raise
bug.
a support ticket.
Yes, just support at Zenler because there is no way, girl, I'll be pulling my hair out.
Yeah, I have been. Look, it was all tidy earlier on. Look at me now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, yes. And that's one of the things I love about doing support desk live like this with everybody and checking that because the thing is, and I tell people that, like, yes, we can't help you with the tech end of coding and fixing stuff. We can't. But what we can help you with is, yeah, girl, that's a bug. Go get that fixed. Because I will know, like, we will know. We will know. We will
Yeah.
know. Because sometimes you don't know. If you don't
No,
know, then you're like, do I send a message to support? Do I go to support desk? How do I do this?
Yeah.
Every time, come see me and we will figure it out. Is it a bug? And if it is, support, you get on that because we need to keep our hair, okay?
Absolutely. I'm going to do that right this moment. Thank you so much, Ali. That's really helpful.
You're,
Thank you.
you're very welcome. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, Lorelai.
So I decided there are icons that I can add in the row, but they don't, when you pick an icon, you can't hyperlink it. It doesn't give you the option to hyperlink. You can hyperlink the footer, but not an icon when you go to, block row icon. It won't let you. So I said, well, anyway, so I'm downloading a whole bunch of social media, all kinds of links for the blog, and I'll just put it on top as a header. Is it 40 by 40, the ideal size for a
I'm not
icon
sure.
image?
Yes, the link the images and you can do that. And I would do it under I would do it under the
Logo?
header,
Yeah.
and then it's a block. You can either do them centered below there, or you could do them over to this side, or you can align them and size them the way you want so it looks good on your
I want to make
design.
them small because if it's on a phone, it's going to be small. So,
Yeah.
so I think, and if it's going to be dynamic, but
I'm a big fan of designing everything for mobile view.
Yeah.
And letting the responsiveness of desktops. I don't care if everything gets narrowed down on desktop. It's just the numbers are in and most people are seeing your stuff on mobile. Most people are. So
yeah,
I design just for mobile now because of that.
Yeah.
Why deal with the rest?
I go to conferences, like I go to meet readers and they're not at their home, they're on their cell phone. So
Right.
so really, it's more about mobile. So
Yeah.
this is what I created. So the blog title, the header. So around here, maybe even, so you're saying I should put the icons, the social media icons over here or under here? Under here, maybe?
I would do it, now that I'm looking at your thing, I would do it right under Let's Talk Romance Books blog and right
Here?
above welcome. Yeah, you could do all of your social icons just right there, spaced out.
Okay.
So that it goes from let's to blog, and a certain size, and then drop that welcome to Let's Talk Romance just down below. You can see how that looks.
Okay.
Or I mean, you could put it above that, but with your headline there, I like the Let's Talk Romance books. And then just think of it, right? They're coming there. It's the blog. Let's Talk Romance Books. And here's all the social places where you can come and talk more romance books. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just feels like an invitation. Here's the blog. And also here's the social places where we talk about this stuff more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll see how it
Yeah, see how it looks. Yeah.
So my question is, should I use the buy page as how do you say the buy, not the checkout?
You have a course sales page is what the number one page is called.
Yeah.
Right. Then you have the checkout.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the course access page. Those are the pages that come with every course.
So what I did is that because I want people to use the $1 trial. I've added everything to that page because they have to know. Like I've shared it everywhere. So if they go,
Right. No, I think just leave it as it is. I wouldn't worry about it, Lorelai. Get your regular page, set the sales page, just put your content on it. Doesn't matter. You're not really sending people there, okay? Some people are gonna find it. They're gonna go to your website, they're gonna click on something, and it's gonna give them the sales page. They'll scroll to the bottom of it, and then they'll be able to get to the checkout or whatever and see that information again. But you're sharing the specific link to the cart, to the checkout that already has the dollar trial thing applied to it. You've gone ahead and put all of the information they need to know on that page as well. It's one less button for them to click. They scroll down to the bottom, type in their shit, and they're done. Right? So I would 100% leave it just like that. I think that's fine.
Can I?
As long as you keep the sales page with the right information in case someone does find it and make sure your SEO is right on that, then you're good.